Putting on headphones. Oh, live streaming? At this time of night? Out of nowhere? What in the world is this? No live stream schedule at all. Huh. That's okay. I mean, this was just a quick, cool little model that I saw that got released today, so that I'd have an emergency live stream as I check it out and try it out. Now, am I live is the question. Oh, I am live. Okay. Give me 1 second. Hello? Hello? Hello, am I alive? Am I alive, guys? Okay. Alrighty. Yes, this is live. Hello guys. Welcome to whoever's tuning in. We are live right now. And we're going to be taking a look at Diffusion Gemma 4X. I am super hyped about this model. I saw a video by Google actually a few days ago. And this model, I saw this, let me see, Diffusion Text LMs. I saw this YouTube video. Oh yeah, Leno, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I saw this video. Where is this video at? There's a Google engineer. I saw this video right here a few days ago. Oh my gosh, that's loud. And this guy was basically talking about an architecture which is text diffusion for large language models, which basically allows them to generate at ridiculously fast speeds. So I'm not going to play this video. If you guys want to go take a look at it, I think this is a very great video that explains text diffusion, and that's what this model is, Diffusion Gemma 4X faster text generation. I think it's going to be very fast. I have it on my computer running already. I've already downloaded the model. I've tried some things out. And yeah, let's just go over this a little bit, though, what Diffusion Gemma is, and just kind of cover the bases here to get you guys up to speed. So today, Google released a model called Diffusion Gemma, which is an open sourced model that uses text diffusion. If you guys aren't really familiar with what diffusion is for AI, basically you start with a let's just say a random sequence of noise, and then you do something called denoising to regenerate the source or the answer or the ground truth of whatever you're trying to predict. And they are taking this approach for text. And so there's this 26 billion Gemma 4 model that just got released, and it's a mixture of experts model, and it seems to be very fast. So as you guys can see from this chart, it's over 1,000 tokens per second on a single H100, and it's supposed to be smart as well. Hey, Hope Watson, thank you for tuning in. We're going to be covering Gemma 4 today, the diffusion model. And I guess I'm not going to really read through all of this here, but you guys can take a look at this page. This is just the blog post going over Diffusion Gemma. It has all their numbers here. But it's a promising model because it allows you to generate really, really fast and use most of your GPU for generation rather than sequential autoregressive generation. So enough talk. Let's whip open some code and take a look at it. Like I said, I already have it downloaded and ran. Unfortunate, I am out of codex tokens, so no vibes are going to be vibing today. But I have a limited demo here actually running inside of VLLM. And I'm going to launch it here. You guys probably can't see that. That thing is probably minuscule. Let's close out of this guy here. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. I would like for you guys to be able to see this better. So let me go right here. Sacrifices a little intelligence to be much faster. Yes, so we can say something like, Hi there, can you write me a long story? And so we can send it and we can wait a little bit. And there we go. It came back with this super fast. Let's say write the story as a, I don't know, piece of Python pseudo code. Let's just go with that. And then it's going to go and churn through on my GPU. And boy, that is fast. So we get this huge block here and something that feels like seconds. And unfortunately, inside of this little script here, I don't have tokens per second output on there. And then even if we take a look at the VLLM stats here, I don't know really how to make sense of the stats inside of VLLM for the diffusion model. It says we have committed token throughput, 51 tokens, mean denoising steps per canvas, 13. So if I understand this correctly, each canvas is 256 tokens long, and if we do some quick math here, let's just say calculator. Okay, so if we do 51 times 19 times 256, okay, there's no way. There's no way that's 13,000 tokens. But anyways, this is super fast here. And if we run through another generation, let's just say, I want you to make a story that is extremely long. Go into excruciating detail about everything. If I say something like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 6-7 seconds to generate this output here, which I'll find a way to quantify this in a little bit. So that's actually what I wanted to do the live stream with. We're gonna try to get this wired up into code, yeah, I was kind of in the middle of this, and then I kind of got a little bit of inspiration to try and just or to just live stream and record it. So that's where we're at right now. So just gonna work through this and try to get this up and running inside of PyCode, and we'll see how we can do that. So I got to set this up though, and I haven't set up one of these in a little while because I've just been having my LLM set it up for me. But since I am out of basically tokens, I can't really have them do it for me right now. So all right, we're gonna need base URL. Let's go. We'll also need API. Then we'll need, I don't know if I need compat. API key can actually be empty. Or just empty there. And then here, do open AI completions. Hello? Base URL. We'll do HTTP localhost v1. So that should be it. And then models. Let's see. No, I need to go inside here. What's up, Ryan? Thank you for tuning in. What are you doing up at this late? Make it recite the B movie script might burn your GPU. I will try. I will try to make it recite the B movie script after this. We'll see. We'll see if we can get this going. Let's see. Models, we are going to need an ID. And for this ID, we can actually go into here, see what I launched it with. Oh, I lost the ID. And let me Let me get the ID for this real quick. Launch Diffusion launch. Okay, that should be the name right there. Diffusion Gemma 26A4B iterations FP8. That should be it. Yeah, no, I heard about I heard about Mercury last year. I didn't really pay attention to it because it was closed source, and then I started hearing more about the Diffusion LLMs recently, and man, because I've been focusing on some tasks that I need speed, this kind of hit at a really good time. So yeah, here I am, and we're taking a look at it. Lion Ryan just had a game with someone in Valorant who had double my hours and was talking shit despite being at the same skill level. Hey, that's what happens. Hey, you gotta make sure that you carry them and show them who's boss. But oyasumi nasai. Have a good rest. Don't work too hard. And throw this in here. Models. Okay. We'll do ID. I believe this is the ID here. Name. I'll just throw the same name in here. And then reasoning. Actually, I don't know if this Gemma model supports reasoning. I am unsure. Context window. Oops. Context window. We'll put 120k. Max tokens. But I don't know, some arbitrary number, 16,000. What's up, i6odd? Well, thank you for letting us. Thank you for informing us. I will take a note of your journeys. Okay. All right. I don't know what else we need here, but let me go. Diffusion Gemma. Reload pi. Make my emote larger because why not? Cool. Oops. Model. Diffusion Gemma. Let's go new here. Hello. Auto. Tool choice requires enable auto tool choice and tool call parser to be set. Okay. We'll do that. Alright, so I think I also need to launch it with it said, hold on 1 second. Enable auto tool choice and tool call parser to be set. Okay. All right, we'll set that in here. Slap that there. And then we need the tool call parser. What's the tool call parser? Himurari. Welcome in. Hello from Japan. You're from Japan? Well, welcome. Irashaimase. The fusion models must be insane. Have you had a chance to try it out? I have. I tried it out a little bit earlier. And it's blazingly fast, but unfortunately the measurements are kind of broken inside of my VLLM right here, and I don't really know how to understand it. So I'm gonna try to plug it into Pi Agent and get that going, and then we'll see how fast it actually runs with that. So I just have to figure out how to do this though without the help of my LLMs, because my LLMs are out of out of usage. So okay, tool call parser. I remember I also need to have tool call parser. Let's see. Oh, actually, I might not be helpless here, because I do have Claude code here, actually. So let me just, let me just launch Claude code here. Yo, can you check out diffusion launch.sh? Apparently, I need these flags to be set to work in my coding harness. Boom. All right, there we go. Do you think you can reach 1,000 tokens per second? Absolutely. So if we take a look at the benchmarks here, they actually have it at above 1,000 here. I saw somewhere in here that said, okay, no. So 700 plus tokens per second on the 5090. And on the H100, they're able to get 1,000 tokens per second. So I might be able to squeeze out maybe like 750 tokens per second. But we'll have to actually see, because I'm not too sure how much faster it will be on the RTX 6000. Yeah, but yeah. So there's that. Himarari naruhodo. Hi. So, which tool call parser should be set for tool call parser? Gemma for tool call parser. Gemma for, this is a Gemma for model. So use Gemma for. Okay, so let that crank through. Go grab some water. Nani? What? Don't know what happened there. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna place this here. Have you tried the new Claude Fable 5 models? Yes, I'll actually show you guys. So before Gemma Diffusion launched, I was actually working on a Diffusion model right here. So earlier today, I was working on, earlier today and yesterday, I was working on this model that is a diffusion version of Quen 0.6b. So I actually have this here because I was inspired by that video I had watched about these diffusion models, and so I decided I'd try it myself. And I was using Fable to help me finish some of the stuff after it got released, but before then I was actually using Opus. So let's see how much. Yeah, I haven't launched anything yet. So this here, I'm using Fable to help me try to figure this out. My ultimate goal here is I want to try to convert Quen 14b into a diffusion model just for fun, just to try it out. But this is a diffusion model right here. Tell me a cool story. And so this was done with diffusion steps, and I will actually show you the iterative process of the diffusion. So if I go here and go animate, this should be a diffusion model right here. This was just a brief little test that I ran with the help of Fable 5. So, okay, we'll say something like, tell me a cool story. And what's happening in this window right here is going to be that denoising process of the diffusion model. So there you go. As you can see, it starts off as a bunch of random tokens, and it slowly diffuses to the answer. And even though the answer here is kind of garbage, it's a proof of concept that I've been working on with Claude Opus and now Fable to create diffusion models from these Quen models. So that's just something that I've been working on. And then Google decided to release Gemma diffusion. So yeah, now here we are. But yeah, this is the diffusion process in action on a Quen model here that I was trying out. And I also have I think I had a step through option. What is it? Yeah, this is super cool. So yeah, I was hyped about this. The fastest you could reach was 60 tokens per second with the GPU. Anything over 100 tokens is great for me. Yeah, 60 tokens per second is awesome, not gonna lie. Even if you get 60, like that is pumping out at a speed that is very doable. So here is actually the diffusion model that I was working on. So this is 1 step. This is 2 step, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, the title is changing. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You can see it's continually changing. Go all the way to the last output, and that's 32. So that is, I found this super cool. That you know, we might be able to use this for some of the Quen models. So that's what I'm going to be playing around with in the future. Why are diffusion models faster than the regular ones? The diffusion models can basically, the diffusion models can use your entire GPU in parallel, which is much faster than the autoregressive models, which is normally what like these models are like Quen and whatnot, where they produce 1 token at a time. So normally these models require you to generate 1 token at a time, because it requires the previous token to understand, to predict the next token. So it's sequential in nature, but diffusion models can operate in parallel across the entire sequence. So it's a lot faster. But the only issue is that it's been hard to do in the past. Huh? Okay, wait, hold on. Diffusion for Gemma-based models, Hermes is the standard choice. Okay, all right. Is that really it? Does anyone else use Gemma for Hermes? Is it really Hermes? Tool call parser for Google Gemma 4 models uses no. What the heck? It's Gemma 4. What are you talking about, Claude? Okay. All right, we'll launch that. And do that there. Okay. We'll see if that launches. Hopefully it does. But yeah, so this is something that I've been playing around with actively in recent days. You know, on the other side, you know, I was working on a bunch of other things. Like I've been working on a parry bot that's that's able to parry an enemy in Expedition 33 in real time. But you know, I've kind of put that a little bit on the back burner as I'm working on this here with the diffusion models, just because I think this is going to be useful for me in the near future. And so let's hope that once we get this up and launched, that it actually runs from Pi. So this is going to take a little bit of time to launch. I am using a lot of VRAM, but you know, we should be able to fit it on the GPU. But yeah, So this is the model. This is the model right here. I'm actually not. I don't think I'm using the Gemma model. I think I'm using a FP8 quant version of it. Yeah, Red Hat Diffusion. Diffusion Gemma. So this is actually from this Hugging Face repo here. And I was now apparently Diffusion Gemma is natively supported in VLLM, but it's not. Oh, it's okay. It's up now. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, this is up. This was just updated. VLLM GitHub. This was just updated. Let's see. Diffusion. Okay, it's still not here. There was a pull request for Gemma 4. Let's see, I think the branch was called D Gemma. Yes, here it is. I don't know if this has been merged into main. Shoot. Shoot, how do I track where the heck Diffusion Gemma? How the heck do I track this? I know what branch it is. It's this D Gemma branch. Oh, I did see this on Twitter, didn't I? There's a Twitter thing. What Twitter thing though? Okay, here we go. So this has not been merged yet into VLLM. This is actually how I got Diffusion Gemma working inside of VLLM. Still loading right now. By pooling this repo and then building it. I had my handy dandy codex help me out with this. But looks like they're still working on it. So yeah, this will probably be merged into VLLM probably in a couple of days, but it looks like the oh, here we go. Chat template tool, chat template. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Gemma 4. It looks like the Docker image for this is actually ready to go. So okay, how does this change anything? I might be able to get this launched on Docker instead, but then I gotta download it. CMD Docker. I might be able to get this in Docker. Okay, but do I really need it in Docker is the thing. I guess if it doesn't work inside of my WSL2 environment as it does now, I'll try to pull it inside of Docker. But I already have this running, so I should be good to go. But if you guys saw a little bit earlier, the speeds on here are ridiculously fast. And I just need a way to quantify it and try it out inside of my coding harness. And yeah, the fact that we're able to get up to 6x tokens a second is nuts. That's crazy. Oh, per request. Output tokens per second. Okay. Even still, 2x is ridiculous. Time to first token, 10x higher than autoregressive baselines. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Function calling works best in thinking mode. Okay. So I might be able to steal some of these arguments and put them into mine tool called reasoning parser. Okay. So we'll wait for this to go, but yeah, I guess we'll wait. and just see how it ends up going. Unless there's anything more on this. Let me see if there's any Gemma for diffusion. Is there anything on Reddit for it? Okay, there's a decent amount on Reddit then. Let's go to local llama. $1,100. Oh, it looks like there's a llama CPP edition for the diffusion model. I guess we'll have to wait for this. This will be cool to get in. Hit a load error. Okay, so it looks like the llama CPP version is still getting worked on there. So that'll be neat. Guess that's the end of there. AI Guild, who's that? Okay, I guess nothing really too much. Diffusion Gemma. Anyone with speeds? Anyone with speeds? Anyone with testing? Tests. Google Diffusion. Oh yeah, so yeah, here's an example, an unsloth of someone running Google Diffusion Gemma. And they say it's 4x faster text generation here. So that is really cool. Though that doesn't look as that's still pretty dang fast. That's still very fast. Oh, to run you need our specific llama CPP PR as written in the guide. Oh wow. Okay, they have a guide here. Oh, okay. Unsloth has their own guide here to build it yourself. Okay, that's possible to do. I don't know if I want to do it on stream, but maybe we will. What's up, Raphael? Thank you for tuning in. I'll totally try this when it shows up on Cobalt search. Hopefully it'll be faster on your shitty hardware like your 3060. Gemma 4 takes a minute or so, which is interesting. I wonder if you get any improvements with that diffusion one to make it actually usable. So from the way that I'm conceptualizing it is normally, so like the speeds you get with diffusion will probably be like maybe a third of the speed of your prefill, if I had to guess. So because you're able to operate on the sequence in parallel, and prefill is KV cache is done in with parallel processing, I believe. So it should be a lot faster. They do say about 4x compared to the normal model, but I have yet to try it out, so I'm still waiting for it to launch. Okay, so we got it launched up here. I do have to check now, FinPi, if this is working. Hi, hello. Oh, ouch, my ears. Let's see. Notification. Let me turn off the notification for you guys. Oh, wow. Okay, so okay. So this is it's working inside of my Pi agent, but I need to add in the reasoning parser. So let's go ahead and add that reasoning parser into there. Let's slap that there. Do that. Okay. Why is this yellow? Nani. Tool call. I don't know why that one is yellow. That's not work. That looks weird. All right, we're gonna close this out, and then we're gonna relaunch it back in. But you guys could probably tell by the cadence of my speech on the stream right now, this is a very exciting release and model for me. I don't know why I'm more excited about this than Fable 5, but yeah, to me this is just very cool. I know Fable 5 has been released, and I have been getting my fill of Fable 5, but yeah, we are going to be testing this out here. Unrecognized arguments. Reasoning parser. It's not an argument. Tool call parser, chat template. Enable structured thinking. Yeah, this should be reasoning, right? Channel thought. The user said, hello, hello, how I should respond politely. Okay. So I guess reasoning parser is not a thing that I can use. Let me see. Pi reasoning parser. Pi agent reasoning parser. Parses reasoning and thinking traces in the okay, so I'm actually not too sure why I'm getting thinking tokens in here. So let me make my harness useful real quick, and let me go ahead and launch a model. CD llama, CD code, CD llama. Let's go ahead and launch llama CPP, and then we'll launch the model here. Okay. How much VRAM am I using? 6. Okay, no biggie. Model, Quinn, alias. Okay. Panic Reels, thank you for tuning in. What do you personally think is the best AI for vibe coding free? Quen 3.6 is going to be your best free local vibe coding option. If you don't have access to GPU compute locally, you're definitely going to want to use an API. What does it mean if an API costs more tokens per rate? I think what you mean is like more tokens per rate. I'm not too sure exactly what you're trying to ask there, but if I can guess, that means that your amount of usage per token is going up. So if a provider is saying that instead of 1 credit per token, you're going to be using 5 credits per token, you've basically just lost on 5x of your use. So that was what like Copilot did to their users. But here, let me see. I was using the Diffusion Gemma model and on VLM and am getting responses back like this. Is this an issue on Pi agent side or the VLM side of things? All right, we'll go ahead and paste that in there. Yuki, thank you for tuning in. 1,000 tokens per second, like on a tiny model. Yes. So, 1,000 tokens. Okay, I'm a little bit exaggerating a little bit in the title, but 700 plus tokens is still very fast. That is what Google officially claims on the 5090. Where do they say it at? They say on the 5090, you're getting 700 tokens per second. On an H100, you're getting 1,000 plus tokens. So if you have an H100 GPU, you'll be up in this range here. So it is a small-ish model, but it's 26 billion parameters. I say small-ish because it's a mixture of experts model. So there's only 4 billion parameters active, I think, per generation. I actually wouldn't be able to explain a mixture of experts to you, but yeah, it's very fast supposedly. Okay, so let me take a look here. The VLM configuration. Here's what's happening. Uses reasoning during generation. Reasoning parser, Gemma 4 flag. Without reasoning parser, VLM returns the raw model output. Okay, I did that though. Reasoning parser. Did I misspell it? Reasoning parser. Did I misspell this earlier? I must be dyslexic. I'm I must have misspelled it. Okay, yeah. All right, we're back in business. Did I misspell it or did VLLM misspell it? What the heck? I swear I did that right. Reasoning parser. I don't know what happened there. But anyways, we're launching it now. Interesting. Mixture of experts would be good for small VRAM cards and you can offload onto RAM. Correct. Yeah. From what I understand, like people who were using Qwen 3.6 35B on a 3060 were going from 5 tokens per second all the way up to 17 to 20 tokens per second. I did not try the 35 billion parameter model on my 3060, but I did hear reports. Somebody in a live stream before said that they were getting promising numbers with their 3060. So, yeah. Oh, oops. I need to close out of that. Oh, which one are we in? This one. Okay. Okay. But given that this is a mixture of experts model, it is a little bit dumber, which is okay. But I think, at least for consumers, like I assume most people in this audience are, we mostly have consumer level grade stuff, or just open source community. We are going to benefit quite a bit from diffusion models just because it's going to be able to use our entire GPU's parallel processing power to generate responses a lot faster, compared to the current paradigm, which is just autoregressive generation. Or there are multi-token prediction models out there, like Qwen 3.6 has MTP capabilities, and you can get almost double the speed with that. But with diffusion, you can get almost quadruple the speed. So I would love to see the Qwen, the other models become diffusion. Have you tried it out? How much dumber is it compared to Qwen 3.6 27B? In my day-to-day, I don't use 35B, so unfortunately, I can't tell you. So that's going to be... I'm not going to be able to really give too much feedback on 35B, because for me, 27B is just much better in my testing so far. But... oh, if you're talking about... Are you talking about Gemma 4 here? The 26B model? I don't know. I haven't tried it out entirely yet, so that's what I will be doing in a second. But yeah, I assume since this is a mixture of experts model, it's going to be a lot dumber. Oh yeah, just like Ope Watson said, much dumber. Just because you don't have as many parameters working on the task at a time. Like the dense models are very, like the Qwen 3.6 27B dense model is really, really smart. Like I could probably go like 60 to 70% of my workflow with Qwen 3.6. Let's see. Funnily enough, mixture of experts doesn't have the same effect for a diffusion model as it would be for AR. The expected expert usage per window is 100%, but mixture of experts keeps the attention layers smaller and faster. Now, if I understand, I thought mixture of experts, it's still an AR model, autoregressive. It still generates tokens autoregressively, just within like... I actually don't know. Actually, I'm unsure on how mixture of experts works for generating the tokens. I thought it was also autoregressive, but it just chose which experts to use. I haven't looked into that too much. but make sure experts keep the attention layer smaller, faster. Yeah. And diffusion models, it's like having a Lambo. Is it like having a Lambo? No, I think okay, so like an autoregressive model I think would be like having the Lambo. Like let's say you need to carry a bunch of boxes somewhere. I don't know if this is the right analogy. Like if you have to carry, let's say 500 boxes, a Lambo is going to get you to your destination one at a time super fast. Or you could take 10 box trucks, which will be a lot faster than one Lambo. And that's maybe what diffusion is. I actually don't know. I don't know if that's the right analogy to draw here. Because of what I was doing was making like a CPU versus GPU analogy, I think. MOE activates a smaller number of MLPs per token when generating the tokens. Acronyms. What are MLPs? MLP meaning multi-layer perceptron. Okay. So it activates more neurons per token when generating tokens, or less. So it has to do less computations. So it's a lot faster. But okay, so it's less computations, right? It's got to activate less perceptrons, but it's still autoregressive, right? Are MOE models still auto-regressive? How do they work? It's still, I guess, entirely autoregressive. They just use less compute per token. Yeah, I can expect that. Yeah. So Google is speed maxing its models at all costs, trading intelligence for velocity, even though they weren't smart to begin with. So I was watching. So what got me into these diffusion models recently is I was watching, like I said earlier in the stream, I was watching this guy. I guess he's like a engineer for diffusion models at Google. Google engineer diffusion. And he was talking about this a few days ago. Oh, sorry. Blast your guys' eardrums. And so I watched this video, and he's basically saying that, like, even though diffusion is so much faster on the GPU, it's not as useful to serve for like these big cloud providers, because the cloud providers prefer to serve slower models to the users and to be able to serve a lot more people rather than to serve a few number of people at max speeds.
Time.
Let me see.
The biggest.
Oh, this was the latency. I think this is what he was saying.
Okay, so just leading into why does it have lower latency, in case you're not familiar with kind of the architecture of how GPUs and TPUs run today.
So I guess this is why diffusion is faster on the GPU than autoregressive models.
So in a GPU, there's like a tensor core, which does these like big matrix multiplies. It's very efficient, has a lot of flops or hops or whatever. And then the memory that sits on the TPU GPU, this HBM, that's where the weights and the activations and everything are stored, and that has to transfer over from the memory all the weights and the activations and the KV cache into the tensor core in order to do the computation. And so it has to flow through this bandwidth channel, and that bandwidth channel is very tight. It turns out that both GPUs and TPUs have a lot of flops and not that much bandwidth. It's quite hard, it's expensive to put bandwidth onto these chips, and it's easy to put flops. So because of that ratio, you can, you can, if you do, the more flops you do for each streaming amount of data you put through, the better. Right? So when we're serving an autoregressive model, these chips are memory bound. They're basically bottlenecked by this bandwidth. So when you do autoregressive next token generation, for each token, you're doing one token at a time, let's say batch size 1, you have to stream over the entire neural network and all the KV cache and everything to get one token, and then you do it again for the next token and so on. Whereas for text diffusion,
okay, he's gonna explain text diffusion.
You're generating, say, 256 tokens. You still stream over everything, but if you can do that less times than the number of tokens, this iterative refinement process, then you'll get a speed up. So
Okay, so if I had to break down what this guy is basically saying is the reason the autoregressive models are super slow is because you have to send a lot of requests over to the GPU to do the computation, and you have to do that a single time for each token. Whereas with the diffusion models, you send over a big batch of tokens, and since there are more computations that can be done faster, you're able to get a lot more tokens outputted and returned back per request. So that's kind of how I understand this here. And he goes into more details on why diffusion is really good and all that fun stuff. So I recommend you guys go watch this. And yeah, HeyJups here is explaining some good stuff here because the diffusion models use more of the GPU compute limited. They can't serve as many concurrent requests. Ideally, you actually only want one request at a time. Same for images. Yeah. And what he's referring to is increasing the arithmetic intensity, technical term. Okay, I like that. Arithmetic intensity. So you're using a lot more of the operations per second on the GPU per request than the autoregressive token by token way of generation. I mean, technically, diffusion is still token by token, but it's a big batch of tokens per request, per my understanding. Raphael, you tried Quen 3.6 on your 27, or you tried Quen 3.6 27B on your 3060. I'm probably doing something wrong. It's unusable. You suggest any article that explains for dummies on how to pick a proper model? Unusable as in speed wise? If so, yes. 27B, you can. I was only able to get 5 to 6 tokens per second on my 3060 with 27B. Don't really recommend it, so I recommend you probably try to use like the 35B A3B model for your 3060. Do I have any suggestions for how to pick a proper model? I don't know. It's kind of like vibes. Depends on what your task is. For coding, it's Quen for local models. For creative tasks, you're going to go Gemma, Google models. What Mr. Minecraft man said. You get to choose a model that fits in your VRAM. One's likely bigger than the amount of VRAM you have. Yeah. Diffusion is per window, not token by token. Multiple tokens in the window, again, like images. Okay, yeah. Conceptually, I understand. I think I'm just using the wrong terminology. Because each window you have to denoise and do a bunch of denoising steps in order to get to your target, if I'm understanding right. Now, I didn't get too much into diffusion for the image side of things. So I think I should be able to have some transfer knowledge from diffusion into the tech side of things. Hopefully, maybe. Okay, so this is launched up, and I guess we can try it inside of the Pi harness. So let me pull that guy back up, and let me just. I can't really find a place to put myself right here. So I should be able to model this up. Diffusion here. New. Hi there. Send that over. Hello, how can I help you today? Okay, cool. So here we go. We have the model, and we've got token culling, or we got tool culling on there. Let's say, can you break down this repo for me? Send that over. Ooh, that's fast. Okay, so it broke here. Shoot, did I launch it with a limited number of tokens? Limited number of output tokens. Let me see. Max denoising steps. is the tool calling. Oh, hold on. Let me see. The tool calling stopped early than expected. Do I change the parameter here for max batched tokens? Oops. Or maybe not, huh? Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if this is not working properly. He just. I had the same problem. It seems the APIs aren't meant to deal with continued sequences, or the VLLM implementation isn't set up to stream chunks. Interesting. Yeah, it's probably breaking here, huh? Let's try new. Hello there. I get like 10 tokens a second on your 3090 since the model only barely loads onto VRAM and RAM has to take up all the context. Yeah, for this model, I imagine that being the case, especially if you're running it at full precision. I don't even know if you can run this at full precision on... Oh, yeah, you can on a 3090. I think I launched this at a FP8 version, which was by this group called... Red Hat AI. So they have an FP8 version, and then they also have a NVIDIA floating point 4 value or a quant model that you can try too. NVIDIA also has a model up that you can try there. But this is unfortunate. I guess this does not work inside of the coding harness. What can you say about this repository? I mean, this speed is monstrous, not going to lie. But it's getting cut short here, so I don't know if this is a parsing issue or if this is a max token issue. It shouldn't be a max token issue, right? Let me ask to see if Claude here can help me think this through. Let's see. Gemma for diffusion in open code. Let's say that. See if anyone, see if anyone's run into this. It works as long as the entire response is less than 256 tokens. Oh, well, that kind of sucks, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can hack together something with the Quen model here. So if I understand right, we're having issues where I wonder why it wouldn't just stream window by window back to the agent harness. Yeah, because whether it accepts 1 token or 200 tokens, is there a difference? Average generation 41 tokens second. Steps per canvas. Okay, so 8 steps mean tokens committed per denoising steps. 31. Oh wait, what is that? Calculator. Let's see. 31.22 times 0.20. Oh, 256. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so 31 times 31.22 times 8.20 is the tokens per second. That makes sense. Because it's 256 tokens per canvas. I guess they're calling the Windows canvases here. Okay, let's see if we can hack together something with that. Okay. So I'm trying to use a diffusion model, but it keeps getting a diffusion text LM like the recent. Oh, so I'm trying to use the newly released text LM by Google, found here. And I'm running into issues with this harness where it seems to stop if it hits the length of tokens of the canvas, which is up to 256 tokens. I'm trying to debug if this is a harness pi issue or if this is a VLM issue. Okay, let's go ahead and debug this process. See what we can get from here. Okay, so we'll let Emmy go through that and see what she can come up with. I guess I've decided to just call my my coding harness Emmy for no specific reason. And we'll wait for that to finish through. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I mean, it should work, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Here's what I can tell you based on digging into the docs. How diffusion generation works. Okay, 256. In parallel, each forward pass, once the block fully denoises, it gets committed to KV cache multiple. Joining it's not harder. Like this model was released literally today. VLM support is brand new. Max tokens, max new tokens defaults to 256. VLM docs. If max new token is specified in generation config, then it sets a. If the generation config has max new tokens, that would cap out at exactly 256. I think it's a problem with VLM. You could hack it with OpenIA completion. Just keep appending without the chat format until the return tokens is less than 256. Just keep appending without the chat formatting until the return 256. Not gonna lie, I am unsure on what you mean by that. Let me see if I can think through let me see if I can think through your suggestions step by step. You could hack it with the OpenAI completion. Just keep appending without the chat formatting until the return tokens is less than 256. Okay, so someone suggested this in my YouTube chat. Help. Okay, we'll send that in here. Yuki, will Emmy get the VTuber model in the future? So I have a design for Emmy actually, um, that I'll probably show you guys sometime in the future. Um, I am trying to brainstorm how I want to design Emmy, and she will be getting a probably a Vroid Studio model first, and then I want to rig a model and do it myself. Whether I can do that or not, I guess we'll see. But that we'll see about that. Either I rig it myself and try to learn the hard way, or I go and pay someone to do it. But that's expensive, I hear. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let me try to figure out what Hey Jeffs was saying. Okay, given everything, this is almost certainly a VLM, but the Diffusion sampler was just shipped today. The YouTube chat workaround won't work well. Okay, wait, why? Because the bug is in the sampler itself, not the API endpoint, and appending prompts manually breaks the KV cache. Context Diffusion Gemma needs. Your best bet is to use transformers like TestPy does. Handles multi-block natively. Wait for a VLM patch. You could just ask Fable 5. So I don't want to ask Fable 5 because I have Fable 5 set for a task later tonight that I needed to run. Like I said, I was working on this this project here. So I want I want to use Fable 5's brain power to helping me turn Quen 3 14B into a diffusion model. The game bot's another thing. So the game bot I'm actually working on in another process. But yeah, this is his. Now the game bot is actually here. Here is the gaming agent. And I'm going through, let me get off topic real quick. But I'm going through a lot of thought processes with the gaming bot. Like I think I've needed to complicate the gaming bot for certain bosses. So let me see. YOLO datasets. I'm using YOLO now to annotate some of these datasets. Oh, because of freaking the boss. Let me see. Local beam review. That's not it. Beam detection review. So I was trying to have a model to be able to predict the time to dodge here, but it can't read the beams in the back. So I'm actually going to be using a YOLO model to find these beams, to count the beams in the back, to learn when to parry and when to dodge. So yeah, that's in progress, but I've got to figure out how to feed this data into the GRU that I'm planning on using here. And yeah, that's a work in progress. But yeah, I've got like a billion things that I want to work on. I would like to figure this out to see if this is possible. Turn Quen into a diffusion model. I would like to figure out the parry bot. I want to make a VTuber. Or finish Emmy because I never got to finish her back then. And then yeah, just many things I'm working on. A lot of brain things. But anyways, okay, let's see what's going on here. The keep a pending hack would only work if you manually track the context. You lose. Okay, don't know about that. Okay, it was saying earlier. This is a creative has VLM completion still goes to the same VLM. Appending without chat formatting would likely produce garbage. Oh, like send. I send this to the user prompt as the user prompt over to there. I feel like that sounds like a problematic thing. The chat generation arg is add. I agree with Quen, but if you don't want to wait, the less efficient approach would work. Chat generation arg is add generation prompt equals false. Add generation prompt equals false. Is that something inside of the VLM server here? Raphael, yeah, the Peribot looks like fun. Yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Now I have a lot of things on my plate, but that's because I'm trying to accelerate it with AI, quote unquote. So there's a lot of things that I have on the plate that I don't fully understand 100%, which kind of bugs me. But that is, I'll go back and make sure I understand things a little bit more in depth later, maybe. Add generation prompt equals false. Is there an add generation prompt? That's from the OpenAI completions function call. Doesn't add the I'm. Okay. So I haven't looked at the OpenAI completion in a while, which is why I'm a little clueless as to the formatting. I don't think this is it either, right? So you'll have to bear with me while I fumble around here. Now I'll have to go through here and say a suggestion was this. Not Minecraft, sorry, Minecraft. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hello. You call it once the system assistant message and keep gen goes true. If the return result is okay. You call it once with system plus assistant messages. Okay, so every time 256 tokens is returned, append it to my user prompt, and then send another request over into VLLM to have the generation run through again. Is that the high level understanding? Oh. Oh, this is doing weird things right now. Okay, let me. Okay, okay. Yes, exactly. I feel like that's a little too hacky, isn't it? No, I think I'll wait for the OpenAI compatible server page. Yeah, do I want to do that now? Yeah, no, I think I will wait. I will wait for more official support here, as I'm just, mainly just testing it. But let me say hi. But I do think I could probably just make a quick little script here inside of Quen. Let's say, hey there, can you create a quick little chat radio GUI that. Oh wait, does this I don't know if you've tried this, Hey Jubs. Does this also break like Uba Booga text UI or any of those like LM Studio ones or whatever like that? Uba Booga text gen. It's like I could just load this up in here and then have the. I feel like it probably also just breaks this too. Yeah, especially if it's got to do function calling and everything. I feel like it also just breaks down here too. Open web UI, but it also breaks. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I feel like they all have standard ways of calling the model. Okay, let me just do this real quick. Can you create a quick little terminal that allows me to call to localhost 8 for the vision model running where it has the possibility to return up to 256 tokens, and I just want to have a chat model. Okay, so we can just do that. Don't want to cap it to 56 per response, but to keep generating tokens at 256. So let's say it goes to 256 returned. Then we can actually we'll append to user prompt and then reprompt the API until end of EOS token or equivalent. Okay, we'll try that hack inside of the terminal approach here. Right, CD code, CD OneDrive, desktop code, Diffusion Gemma. Okay. Just raid. You want to raid me at the moment? Oh, what the heck? What in the world is going on here? Um, yeah, sure. I don't even know how that works here. Viewer activity, stream settings. Do you have? How do you have people to raid me right now? Aren't you on manual raid? Hey, my question is, why aren't your subscribers subscribed to me though? What's going on there? Okay, it's manual raid. Yeah. Turned off subscribers only mode. Raiders coming in. Alrighty, guys, get in here. Get in here. Scarlet's, welcome in. My Ford Gaming, what's up? We're getting raided. Raiders are coming in. Hello, hello. Uh-oh. World of Adventures, let's go, let's go. Tell them subscribe, let's go. Love the setup. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Nanashi, saw you in the chat earlier. Hello, guys. Hello, hello. There's a cooldown. Yeah, I have a cooldown. I set my chat to be pretty slow. Let me reduce the cooldown. Slow mode. I'll turn off slow mode. Okay, slow mode is off. Let's get the hype train going. Woo 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 woo. All right, that's off. What's up, Jeffrey? Hey, thank you for coming in. Raiders coming in. K Castell coming in. Woo woo. Oh my God, yeah, there it is. Terminal-based assistant. So, yeah, I feel like I've been mentioned a few times on Rayan's channel. But yeah, Rayan, thank you for the raid. The manual raid. Appreciate that manual raid. Actually, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Is this has just been in my background. That's you. That's you, Rayan. So, I've been present. But, that's that. Yeah. You're just chilling there in the background. So, as I was working, streamception. Yeah. What's up, Servo? Thank you for tuning in. That's it. But I haven't had your volume up, so I saw Rico popped in, so that was nice. Pretty much, I don't know what to say. I'm really just working on a model right now. I was working on Gemma Diffusion, trying to get that up and going. Kind of have a model rigged here, but am I visualizing Quentin with emotions? No, I could try. Oh, there's an echo, and let me turn off my phone. I could try to put emotions in here, but this is pretty neat. I like this guy. It's got the little sprite here. Not gonna lie, you could also change this. Like, you could change this to like whatever emote you want. We got this one. These are all defaults. Again, you'd like to do these little ASCII guys here, but I assume Rayan is gonna do this with Rico. Now, this would be nice to have Rico, right? This would be pretty cool to have Rico in the terminal. As long as he doesn't know what Rico did. What did Rico do? Rico do something while I was absent or away? Hi, Verska. Thank you for tuning in. I'm actually also ending pretty soon, too. So, it's funny that you guys manually rated me because I'll be headed out of here pretty soon. But I'll stick around to chat for a little bit. I was like, Rayan doesn't... I don't think Rayan... he keeps his broadcasts up, so I could go back and check. Did he get his codes doxed? API codes gone? Rico did not commit any crimes. All right, cool. This looks interesting. What exactly are you doing? Okay. So what I'm working on right now is this has nothing to do with my terminal sprite. I'm actually working on this Gemma diffusion model, getting it up and running. That's what I was testing. The code stuff, doing the code, trying to get this 4x text generation going. But this is just here in the background, and she's just the default. And that's what I'm working on. But I was going to go to sleep soon. Actually, no, I'm lying. I was going to go work out soon, but that's a little different story. Rico got her first blood, her first ban. Dude, there's a guy in chat. We had Rico ban him. Dang, that's ruthless. What's the name? Hey, you know what you should have, Rayan? Is Rico should be able to pull people up and debate them. I was thinking about that. Like, what if you could have Rico pick someone in chat, pull them up if they're acting a fool, and then ban them? That would be great. That would be dope. Then you could pull them up, and then you could have a debate with them. And even if they win the debate, you still ban them. Dude, there's a guy in chat. We had Rico ban him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I guess Raven gave away. That's what happened. She killed a man. Uh-oh. That's man, I missed it. Yeah, that sucks. What the heck? The ban was very satisfying. Interesting, interesting. This looks not interesting at all. Well, unfortunate that it's not interesting, Henry. It is in the terminal. Rico Rain 69 was the person's name, by the way. Interesting, interesting. Ran that on that idea. Sounds like a amazing idea. Yeah, I like. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. You have you have Rico pull someone up, and then you ban him. I don't know how that would work though. So I had brainstormed a little bit on my own, but yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, Gemma is surprisingly good and lightweight in comparison to Quen 3.5 Cloud. I think Gemma is really good. In terms of like being emotive, I like Gemma. I use a fine-tuned version of Gemma for my tsundere model, but I don't pull out the tsundere because I generally find tsundere is a little annoying, but that's just my prerogative. I'm writing down a few of these ideas: fast diffusion, band debates, and emotion sprites for your AI. Heck yeah! Also add like a video game parry bot. You know, that's what I've been working on too. What else have I been working on? I've also been working on I was trying to bring back my AI VTuber, but that's been a one time. That's it's been a while. Last time I had my AI VTuber on stream was like 2 years ago, so she'll be making her way back. Emmy, she'll be coming back sometime. But yeah, I'm assuming so. Scarlett, you guys have interacted with me in chat before. You guys will often hear Rayan call me by Jared. But yeah, I have an alt account that I use inside of Rayan's chat. So you guys have interacted with me before in the chat. Ope Watson, are you going to fine tune 12B, 26B, or 31B? I will probably fine tune 31B maybe. So we'll see. But it depends. I got to get a character designed up for the 31B model, and we will see if I'm able to do that. And I gotta figure out how to do that. Most likely, I'll just have a strong system prompt and work with that. Work on a VTuber, but I have 0 models to use. Well, if you make a model, then you'll have a model to use. I would love to rig a live 2D model on my own. I was saying that a little bit earlier, using some art skills. So we will see. What's your Twitch name? Should I reveal my Twitch name? I guess I'll leave it at that. Maybe not. Maybe not. I won't reveal the Twitch name, but I do pop by like Rayan's live streams quite a bit. Rip Kamiyoshi never coming back. Last time was great. Don't worry, your Kamiyoshi will come back if you believe enough. Your Kamiyoshi will come back if you believe enough. Hope you're not rude to your alt. Nah, you were not rude to my alt. Blaze Amaru, I just started my 8th VTuber, but I'm struggling with animation part. How do you guys do animation? What's the path with Explorer? If you can rig, if you rig, can you teach and leave? I cannot rig. I have not rigged a single thing, and I have not drawn in years. But I think I can do it. I think I can do it. What the heck? Rayan out here just exposing me. Yeah, I'm XSoldier22 in the chat. I usually have I had a first on my name in there. That's all right. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my alt. Usually, yeah, I don't want to re-log in onto my. Actually, that's my main. That's my main account. My alt is actually my Twitch one. But you know what's funny is I don't even know if what is it called? Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv. I don't even think. There he is. There it is. There's my Twitch. I have 1 follower. I forgot who followed me from Rayan's chat. This was a while ago, but this is me. I don't know if I'm gonna go live here sometime. I probably will. I will definitely go live here someday because apparently on Twitch, you get subs and stuff like that. And you make sub goals quite fast. So I guess we will see. But yeah, I'm a big Expedition 33 fan, as you guys can tell from my background here. But hey, what's up, Chips? Rain blow your cover all the time. That's okay. I don't mind. Do not mind at all. But yeah, Scarlet, that's me. I'm ex-soldier. Sure, you don't interact with me for now. Yeah, that's one of them. But if I have a call, you have 2 handles. Yeah, I have Jared Micah, and then I have ex-soldier 22. Those are my 2 handles. That's pretty much it. Those are my 2 handles. Yeah, and I've been here for a while too, so you guys might have come across some of my tutorials long time in the past. I actually had a video where I was doing like what is it, like AI voice changing a long time in the while. So that was happening. But that's one of them, yeah. That's one of my handles. And is this the model working within the terminal? I have a terminal assistant that I built in Unity. Yeah. This is inside of the terminal. So like if I send a prompt, let's say, can you go through this repo? So she blinks, and then she can also think here. So she's got like this thinking bubble, reading bubble, and then when she's writing stuff down, she'll be working on the phone here. Yeah. But yeah, I'm also working on like a gaming bot, a perfect pairing the DLC. That is my main goal. I cannot beat the last boss, the last super boss, for the life of me. So I'm making an AI to do it for me. We'll see how that goes. Scarlet's work will be right back. All right, cool. Scarlet's Workshop 6 followers. That's okay. He's more followers than me. We'll have to go watch Scarlet Workshop's live stream someday. What's your favorite E33 music, and why is Rain from the Ground? The what? Why is Rain from... What is my favorite... Okay, my favorite E33 song is... What is it? I don't know. They're all good. I'd probably say CL. CL's song is dope. Really enjoy it. What's the harness behind the project you're doing right now? So this is called Pi Agent. So this is a minimal coding harness. So it's not like open code, but it's called Pi Agent. Pi Agent is this guy here. So you can set this up to your heart's content. Also, the other thing that this assistant does is it also does voice. So if I start loading the voice, we could do voice here. It also acts as a tsundere, but I'm not going to have it act as a tsundere right now because I have some other models loaded. And I ultimately really enjoy this terminal model. It's pretty cool. Like I was just literally vibe coding with it just by speaking, and it was such a surreal experience. It almost turned me into a completely by audio vibe coder. Didn't want to type at all. CL is nice. Yeah. Oh, Rain from the Ground. Yeah. The I know which one you're talking about. This one. My ears. Sorry. Yeah. This one is dope. Luckily, these songs I can play on YouTube without getting demonetized or copywritten. Please make a tutorial for this assistant. I would love to implement this into my ThinkPads. Oh, yeah. I will actually be making a tutorial on this fairly soon. I think probably within the next week or so. I got a few things coming out that I want to do. But yeah, I'll definitely be coming out with a tutorial on this one. But yeah, Raphael, this is your favorite? This one's nice. I remember when this song first played, this is pretty much just the bop. You're just like freaking bobbing your head to it while you're trying to learn the parry timings. It's like parry it, and then you just die. This was what a throwback, man. We love ears for eyes mode. Yeah. Yeah, this is a dope song. I really like this one. Put this on a little bit lower so that you guys can hear me more. I've been doing research on harnesses, and Pi seems like the new contender. I would recommend Pi. I have customized this to do a decent amount of to be decently capable, and you kind of understand, and it's more transparent with what you're working, with what you're doing. So let me see if maybe I can do the tsundere model. I need to make sure I have enough VRAM though. My VRAM is all taken up right now. Okay, let me see. Yeah, just for the viewers that are here real quick, I guess I can launch Gemsicle. Output style, TTS, debug. Okay, so there's that. I'll get that launched up. Go ahead and pause this song now. If you make a tutorial, we'll also have a section more consumer ways to do the assistant setup or cloud options too. So you can actually run this with the cloud APIs, and it works very well with cloud APIs. If you want to get it set up with maybe some of the Chinese models, or if you just want to get it set up with API credits with like OpenAI or something like that, yeah, you can use them. But this is mainly for like local llama stuff, in my opinion. If you're running the Quen models locally. But here, let me see. Hello. Hey, Emmy. Hello there. Oh, hey, yo, what's up? Can you hear me? Can you go through this repository and check what's in it, please? That's it. So now she'll go and go through the project. Oh, sorry, I gotta change the model here. Let's do the tsundere model. Hey, Emmy. It's kind of broken here with like the Hey Emmy prompt, but we'll get it going. Hey Emmy. Okay, cool. Can you go ahead and rerun that prompt? Go ahead, go through this project and tell me what's in there and what we're working on. Send it. Okay, so there we go. There she goes, and then she'll go and do the task there. And then we'll see. Yeah, so she's gonna work on the project. She's gotta do all the pre-processing. Gotta read it. We'll definitely keep up. We have similar projects. Glad to see. Heck yeah. I just downloaded Cloud Code for the first time tonight and connected it with LM Studio. Yeah. I didn't know Cloud Code could connect to LM Studio without maybe like, I thought you needed some other thing for that. Okay, let's see. Running a uncensored Gemma for E4B.
Fine. Since you're so obsessed with it, here is your summary. We have a pipeline in test.py that quantizes the Diffusion Gemma 26B model down to NVFP4. Using LLM compressor to make it actually fit on smaller hardware. Because VLLM is being difficult and cutting off at 256 tokens, the chat script handles auto-continuations so you can get a full response. The whole thing is locked down with Python 3.12 and specific dependencies to ensure the quantization magic actually works.
All right, so there you go. A little bit weird in some sections, so trying to figure out why it's like that. But yeah, it's a work in progress. Things are going. Like, so this model it's fish, of course. But I think they're doing some magic there that's It's causing it to have a little bit of some like disfluencies and discontinuations in there. But yeah, I could run it with fish locally, but I am saving some of my computational power by running it on the API. That's a rather smooth voice model. Yeah. It's fish. Of course, it's fish. Let's see, we'll definitely keep out. Okay, I saw that. Cloud Code's gonna stuff 20k initial tokens to your model if you can do anything. Use Pi. Yeah. So that's one reason that I switched over from, let's say, like even like open code and the codex harness over into Pi because of the initial prompts. But the issue with that is the yeah, or not the issue with that, but like I was trying to use the Fable model, and you can't use Fable inside of Pi, unfortunately. I'm like, what the heck? So it doesn't let you use, Claude does not let you use their models inside of Pi, which sucks. Let's see. So it types the prompt and transcribes in real time. Yes, it does all of that fun stuff. Also, Fable 5 already burned my wallet to the ground. Honestly, yo, same. I pretty much ran out of Fable tokens. Barely 30 minutes. It went by so fast. Chips, I didn't catch your last stream, but I checked out the VOD. Did you make any more progress on the Peribot since then? I've been preparing for the Peribot by thinking through how I want to parry Simon better. So here's what I have here. I have a segmentation model that actually highlights the back beams here, because the beams in the background are important for when, how many beams you need to dodge. So there's 4 beams here, and I should be able to tell the model like, okay, there's 4 beams here. You got to dodge 4 times. So I'm working on this. I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah, your Colt and Baka, this is, fairly fast. It is a very smooth voice model because I'm using fish audio. So it's pretty nice. Oh, there goes my camera. My camera is dead because I have a battery on it. There we are. Fable is great. I would definitely try Fable. I was like, why would they? Isn't Fable a video game? Isn't like Fable 4 coming out? Yeah. I was like, there's got to be a reason they named it Fable 5, right? Because not only is it like Opus, it's the version above, but I feel like this is such a weird coincidence. Fable 5 just happens to be one version after Fable 4. Like, what type of coincidence is that? They just stole the name Fable 5. So I was like, what the heck? But anyways, that's different. I used an open Claude code GitHub repo with a YouTube walkthrough to connect Claude with a local server in LM Studio. Okay, yeah. I heard about that. I had seen something similar. I had used something called Cloud Code Router. Yeah, this was what I had used a long time before, Cloud Code Router. So I was like, I might try this, but I might try this to save on some thinking areas, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I like my Pi. I like my Pi agent, my Pi terminal agent. Yuki, did you have to annotate that yourself or use SAM3? I use SAM3 to annotate this. I use SAM3 to annotate the beams. So actually, before I even did this annotation, I actually had Quen 3.627b label these binary masks up here. So we got 111 for the beams that are active, 110. The way I did this was because we know there's 4 beams here in the background. So when there's no yellow beam here, we just remove the last digit and put it as 0. So I fed these into SAM, and then I fed SAM's outputs into a I think it's a manual sorter, which then assigns the colors. But Sam is fairly strong at being able to detect light beams, so that's what I did here for that. So the Pi harness didn't come out of the box with the voice and avatar, I presume. Was it challenging to put it together? No, it did not come with the voice and everything together. I had to put some of this stuff together, but I actually, you know, as we do, I stole this code from another such user. Go to my GitHub. My GitHub repository. So I don't want to steal all this guy's glory, but I saw his post on Reddit, and I just had to take a look at it. So it's this guy here. So this is where the emote came from. I took his code and I'm using it. So this is the main repository. If you want to go check that out, definitely recommend it. And they've got one more avatar here with red hair instead. So there's that. This is where I got that from. Yeah. It just got announced. I think you were talking about Sam 3? Yeah. Scarlett, welcome back. I'm still here. I said I was gonna go soon, like 20 minutes ago, but I guess I'm still here. Cause Ray raided me, thankfully. So can you look at anything from NVIDIA? Do this. Can locate anything. What is that? Can locate anything. Was that NVIDIA? Oh, this is new. Oh. Locate anything 3B. Oh, this is new. I didn't even know this was a thing that got released. Okay, I'll have to take a look at this. This is new. So yeah, thanks for letting me know. I will definitely be taking a look at this because this is a new little... Oh, loud music. This is a little new. NVIDIA has been cooking recently. I don't know about you guys, but I think NVIDIA, even though people give them a lot of shit for their graphics cards and their prices, they've been releasing a lot of open source models recently, and I think they are pushing part of the frontier on open source, like Neutron models and Google. They're picking up pace. So big W's to NVIDIA and Google for the open source models. Like, I think it's pretty fantastic. Like, some of their models have been pretty fantastic, so we'll definitely have to take a look at this one. Yeah, my assistant mistaken it for a game, for the game at first too. Yeah. Interesting, yeah. That's pretty cool. I haven't tried it, but I think I will have a lot of stuff to annotate. Yeah, same. I mean, annotation models are... What you can use annotation models for is you can use them to make vision inside of LLMs more precise, like Quen models. You can feed inputs in from like these models into Quen, and it'll work a lot better. Did Rayan Rayan is here. He's just chilling, eating, and saying hi. Hey, what's up, Rayan? Chilling, eating. Honestly, the same. When I was watching Rayan's stream a little earlier, I was just eating food and playing around with this diffusion model. Now, there was a task that I was working on. I feel like this is something that streamers have in common, is getting sidetracked. But I feel like that's something I'll have to go to later now. Because I was working on trying to get this diffusion model working. And I think it's working, but it's just super fast, super dang fast, and that'll be something interesting for the future. So I'll have to take a look at that. It's an NVIDIA model. Yeah. It's on Hugging Face too. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, just checking because it doesn't show you in the participation list. Yeah. Henry Songer, enjoy your meal while you're live. Anything, peace. You can talk to Rayan through me. Another feature I was curious about was the context information that shows token amount. Was that part of the avatar or anything? So this is the amount of context inside the window that I'm operating on, working on here, and then this is like my token limit, which is 262,000. So yeah, Nvidia is open sourcing a lot of stuff for robotics. Yeah, totally agree. That's why they've done like the Cosmos stuff. I feel like that's Nvidia's intent. Every time I listen to like Jensen speak, that seems like to be the next avenue of work. Um, Now I don't know. Let's see. Hey Emmy. All right, cool. So yeah, just gonna demo you one more time to just speak to the. I actually am live streaming right now. If you want to say anything to the audience, so yeah, that's it. So yeah, I guess she'll just go through that and send a response. Now I don't have this as a. I have additional logic here that I'll explain in a second. That I do here.
I guess I have to summarize this for you, since you're too busy being a star. We're currently live streaming an experimental session with Diffusion Gemma and tackling some day zero bugs in VLLM. It is a real-time mess, but it's actually pushing some boundaries. Just make sure you eventually write that README, okay?
I feel like I should say sorry. Like that last sentence, I was like, "What the heck?" Um, but yeah. So this is a interesting little thing that I have here because the issue with like outputs like this, for example, are way too long. So I actually have a post TTS summarization model that then gets read out. So that's what I'm doing here for that. I look at anything from fast quality noted. I want to use vision to help predict the winner of a 1v1 Age of Empires game, but I'm having trouble with AI seeing the indicators in screenshot. You should, yeah, hidden gems. Look at segment anything 3 and the locate anything model. And then you need to look at YOLO models. YOLO models are fast for detection. What's your specs, Jar Jar? Oh, that's for someone else, I think. Anyone try Higgs TTS? I think Higgs TTS is really good. I saw they did just release a new model that I have yet to try, Higgs V3. And yeah, this one is supposed to be very realistic too. So go take a look at this guy or these people, Higgs Audio. But I haven't yet tried Higgs, so I can't really give a statement on it. Does that token count come out of the box? It comes out of the box. I think, at least I thought it came out of the box. I don't know. Did it? I actually don't know if that one came out of the box. I think it does. Yeah, I think so. I couldn't check. Will the sigh and laugh actually work? I'm trying to get similar quality with Piper TTS. Yeah. This works because I'm using Fish Audio. If you guys have heard Fish Audio is really good with non-verbal tags. NVIDIA voice system they released is neat, but it bugs out to demonic levels. Okay. So we're pulling out the demons here. We'll need a seance. NVIDIA voice, what is that? Is that new? Oh, there's nothing that came out new with that. Oh, Nemotron speech. Oh, interesting. Okay. We'll have to take a look at this. Magpie. Oh, okay. Magpie. I'll take a look at Magpie. There's a lot that is coming out that I had to take a look at. Yeah, the model sounds nice because I'm using Fish Audio. Now, Fish Audio you can run locally, but it requires 24 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah. I just started playing with it this week. It's really good. Really? Okay. Then I will add Higgs as a text engine that I need to review on my channel. Bosan. Now, you guys want Japanese. You guys heard of Irodori? Yuki? Irodori is fantastic for Japanese. I don't know if you've heard Irodori. Oh no, I was nicknaming to Jar Jar. Damn, to nickname people a hell lot. Sorry, Vince, because you're asking your specs, Jared. Okay. All right, so I know Jar Jar is me. What are my specs? GPU, RTX Pro 6000, 128 gigabytes of DDR5 56 megahertz RAM, and then a i9-13900K CPU, and a whole lot of disk storage. So those are my specs. There's a reason Rayan mentions the RTX Pro 6000 a lot. Fish audio feels illegal. Are those voices stolen? I don't know. I would assume that they have, it depends on what the studio is. Obviously, if they're not going to tell us where their voice data came for, I would assume there's got to be some copywritten data inside of Fish audio, 100%. But that's pretty much like any other AI model out there. Art, other TTS. Yakult Gaming, yeah, it's very new. That's Higgs audio, yeah. I was able to squeeze Higgs onto 12 gigabytes 3080 Ti. When I used Higgs last time, it used like 14 or 16 gigabytes of VRAM, I think, give or take. I'll definitely have to take a look at this. This looks really cool. Higgs V3. Yeah, it says Higgs V3 is better than Fish Audio S2 Pro, so that'll be nice to see. Tested it versus Iradori. I think Higgs is as good, and it does other languages too. The only things that Iradori is super fast. And for my usages, Irodori was like really good. Maybe I should go here. But Higgs, oh, excuse me. I think Higgs would be a good model to try out too. So Blaze Maro, yeah, I can't run it. LMs and stuff. I'm trying to get the full stack below 60 gigabytes so it can be a desktop companion to play games with something. I'm very so I'm very invested in watching yours later. 6 gigabytes. So I ran into this model that might be for voice. It's called Pocket TTS. There's two small ones that I think are fairly good. I think they're better than Piper. Pocket TTS. Pocket TTS is really good. They're the guys who made QTI, Moshi QTI. And it was this was a model released I think a year ago, QTI, but or Moshi. This was like a year ago, but they released Pocket TTS. I think Pocket TTS sounds pretty good. There's also another one called New TTS. I think New TTS is also a pretty good model too. So you could try this out. These are like CPU models. And then the issue with 60 gigabytes for LLMs, you're gonna have to have. You'll probably have to run a cloud LLM most likely, and maybe offload some stuff to the cloud for that. Or you might be able to run them locally. I don't know. But yeah, 6 gigabytes is tough to operate on. My minimum suggestion is like a 3060, 12 gigabytes. Higgs V3 was using 11 gigabytes on the 3090. Yeah. I assume you can even make Higgs smaller by doing like a quantized version of Higgs. Maybe someone can quant it to like Q8 or something like that. I know there's some people that do that out there. Can you name again where you got the sprites assistant from? I want to create something similar. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, no problem at all. No interruption here. The easiest way you could do is you just search up Pi emote GitHub. You should be able to find this Pi emote packages, and then this is the guys, the original guys repository right here. So in this top right corner, you can go to repo and find the repository. Or if you just if you want what I've been working on, my Pi extensions, I've uploaded it to my GitHub, which is in the description of this live stream, I believe. I think I have it there somewhere. Or you could just go to github.com/JaredMicah. And I have this Pi extensions repository that includes pretty much all of the stuff that I use. But yeah, the voice stuff that I'm using, the voice model that I'm using is actually fairly slow, so I want to speed it up. Lower tokens to 1024 and then max mem usage to 0.80. It just fits at 11 gigabytes for Higgs. Okay, that's crazy. Dang. Yeah. Trying to squeeze it onto the as little as possible to get the most optimum quality is definitely desirable. What would you rate Piper TTS Plus? Is there a Piper TTS Plus? Is that a thing? Oh, is this new? Nihongo, Eigo, Chugoku, 韓国語、スペイン語、フランス語、ポルトガル語. I got a lot of languages. Okay, I didn't know this was. Is this a addition onto Piper? I'm gonna be honest. I've never used Piper Plus, Piper Plus, so can't really say anything about Piper Plus. It only has 173 stars, so I don't know about that. Very small. Yeah, I'm doing E4B or E2B quantized for now, for the LLM Vision. Oh, those are good models. The Google ones, right? Yeah, the Google E4B models are actually really solid. Like you can get those running on a phone and you'll be solid. So I forgot about those models. We also have to understand Google owns Android, I believe, right? And so they need to be able to make things for their phones. That makes a lot of sense. What is the most natural sounding TTS model? 11 Labs V3, Fish Audio S2 Pro, and probably, I assume, this new Higgs model. Now, Vibe Voice was really good, but it was also very sporadic. But you could use Vibe Voice to mimic a lot of sounds, which was very interesting. Yeah, so Vibe Voice was there too, for mimicking different types of voice acting. And yeah, so those were some of them out there. Like I've tried out so many. Like Zonos was also a good one long time ago. But those would be like the ones I'd recommend. The ones 11 Labs for the best models I'm talking about, like 11 Labs V3, Fish Audio S2 Pro, and then well, I haven't tried out the Higgs one yet, but if the quality is better than Fish Audio S2 Pro, then I'd have to say Higgs is going to be up there. So I have a question about TTS models. I only recently started getting into the last 6 months or so. Is it normal for TTS to spaz out, often with screeching audio, or are you doing something wrong? That is normally not normal. Now it depends. If you're using something like GPT Sovitz, that has a possibility of going rogue with some sounds, that's very possible. Or if you're using like a very small model. But it really depends. Like, what are you doing? Have you fine-tuned the model? Have you trained it? Oftentimes when you train a model, it gets unstable sometimes. So you have to change your learning rate, make it a little smaller. You have to add more data samples to your training. So there's a lot of different factors that could be going into it. So it really depends. Scarlett's work. I found Piper Plus when I was trying to see if Piper can do extensions. Also makes sense. Yeah, Piper Plus, I've never tried, so I'll have to leave it at that. Use the oldest pipe for your setup, but I like the Robo Voice for 4 semitones. 11 Labs is hardcore on processing. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think they have to post-process it somehow. I even think Fish Audio S2. So Fish Audio's API, it sounds like they do a little post-processing too, because I wasn't able to get the local version of Fish to sound as pleasant as the API version, but I still think it's fairly good. But like, if I'm trying to think for text to speech, I think like the reason I'm starting to work on all these other different projects right now is because like I've been focusing on text to speech for a long time on my channel, but since text to speech has kind of reached a dead zone, I would say, in terms of quality, I'm branching out a little bit more, trying to pick up on some projects that I haven't had the time for. Boo! I was going to use Fish Audio local model. Fish local is still really good. It just doesn't sound as good as the API. Like, I can probably, let me see if I can whip open the LLM Omni LS. Yeah, I can launch Fish locally here and show you how Fish sounds locally. I should be able to fit it on my GPU. Yeah, should be good here. But I use it on VLLM Omni. Just makes it much more worth it. Makes it way faster, in my opinion. Let's see. I use base model usage. I have used Echo and Higgs with Qwen 3.6 35B. Echo and Higgs spaz out like 1 out of 10 to 15 gens. So I have no idea why the TTS sometimes just freaks out. Yeah. That is just oh, I forgot to mention, I also think Echo TTS is really good sounding. I'm a big fan of Echo TTS. That being said, you know, some of these TTS models are bound to have kind of like these weird, I don't know, like these weird demon noises that might pop up, but it shouldn't happen too often. I feel like 10 and 15 is a lot. I feel like Higgs, I used Higgs for a decent amount of generations. I didn't get too much issue with Higgs, but Echo, I didn't try out enough for some projects. Like, I didn't use it consistently enough to really determine. But I've tried Irodori, and Irodori has been really good. And it's based off of Echo's architecture. My TTS had the most horror generation with punished repeat tokens. Not sure how controlling for range works. You increase the repetition punishment on the model. I honestly, like, sometimes TTS is like black magic to me as well. Excuse me. And I've been in the space for like 4 years, probably. 4 years. Some of it is definitely black magic. Like, if you do fine-tune some models, though, you can reduce that. So I was big into fine-tuning models in my early years to get things up sounding better. It's got to be 4 years now. Or if not 4, 3. Let's see. I think, like, my Tortoise TTS stuff, like, this was a long time ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. This is where I originally started, which was, like, Tortoise TTS. This was 3 years ago. This was the foundation for a lot of models back then. Or even now, a lot of models are built off of Tortoise TTS's foundation. like XTTS and everything like that. So yeah, definitely been in the space for a while, 3 years. Still watching you since Tortoise. You're cool. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for keeping an eye out on my channel ever since Tortoise. So heck yeah. Is that XTTS? No, this is Tortoise TTS. I never got into XTTS, but XTTS was basically a better Tortoise TTS. And still, what blows my mind, people still use XTTS. Like, I don't know. Do you guys use XTTS too still? Like, this gets almost 9 million downloads a month. Like, excuse me. Like, XTTS is like one of the most used models for text to speech, which is blows my mind still. And Koki went out of business. Koki went out of business 2 years ago. like I don't know. It's crazy. Like XTTS, but you know, credit where credit is due. XTTS pushed the frontier of autoregressive generations for voices. And it was the first model. It was the second model that was sounding realistic. Like, Jesus, let me see. What was I doing? What was this? So I've gotten several of these comments, and though it def down, and following that is going to
The fog. Traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
I offer you an accord.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
So yes, that is with. Yeah, so back then that was like mind blowing. I was trying to copy a Elden Ring character's voice. Her name was Melina. And Tortoise TTS was blowing away, in my opinion, 11 Labs at the time. But now I think, you know, the tides have changed and everything like that. So it is now a different time. But yeah, XTTS, Tortoise, I put a slash between them, have been around for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, you're cold. Yeah, I've been in the AI space for a long time. So it's been a while for me here. So 9M a month sounds amazing. I never knew the TTS and AI crowd was this big. I always only hear about negative stuff. So I have kind of avoided a lot of the negative stuff, but yeah, there is a lot of negative stuff around the voice cloning side of things because of the deepfakes, and I definitely don't think you should be deepfaking, but there are use cases for like for local generation. I want to be able to have a character that sounds very accurate to maybe like an anime character, right? So that's just a very interesting use case that I have locally, and I want to be able to do that. So there's that. But, you know, this is a whole different issue that you'd have to solve through legislation, going after bad actors rather than punishing everyone type of deal. But that's a whole different story in my opinion. And yeah, how many fine-tuned models are on XTTS? So the thing about XTTS is that it was very easily fine-tuned. So it was very easy to fine-tune an XTTS model, which is why it got so popular in my opinion. And once you fine-tuned an XTTS model, it did get good at voice cloning. But yeah, there's that. Now, I don't know, like, I've also done, I don't know if you guys, yeah, voice changer. I was also on the voice changer hype 2 years ago, where I thought this was very funny, where I could clone my voice into other characters. But this was a blast of the past a long time ago, and I don't really do that anymore. The old days of TTS cloning, yeah, like the old days. Today we're going over real-time AI
voice changing using the RVC
models from the
model.
previous using videos. RVC at Let's this go time.
Ah,
ahead and see it in action real quick.
聞こえておりますでしょうか。あほーい。
皆さん、またかね。
This is a
ホロライ
trip.
フ6世秘密経営者、ホロ X 竹井瑠衣と申します。
ただいやーん。
I'm gonna stop there. That was crazy back then. That's my the most popular video. And it was that video. which is the technology has advanced quite far, in my opinion. So, do you feel any kind of AI psychosis? I'd have to look up what does psychosis mean. Psychosis mean. Psychosis is a medical term for a collection of symptoms that affect the mind, indicating a temporary or ongoing loss of contact with reality. No, never. I've never experienced psychosis. I know what's fake, and I try to distinguish that between reality. I generally think I have a strong grasp on what reality is for myself, so I haven't ran into it psychosis-wise. Not at all. Yeah, I agree with some of the negatives about TTS, but I don't think it deserves a lot of it. Yeah, like I think as much hate as it has, there's a lot of positives to it. Like, audiobooks was one thing that I really got into because I wanted to create real life sounding audiobooks. And so AI audio was needed for that. You can use it for a whole lot of different things, like low resource projects. You can help speed things up, I think, with AI voice acting. But obviously there's a whole range of issues with that too that people have raised. So Scarlett, you might have seen my content. Yeah, that might have been it. I became a Hololive streamer for a second. That's a lie. I did not. Can't say that. Wait, this is a throwback. Yeah. This Rain, that was, oh my god, that was an OG video of mine. Oh man, that was a crazy series. People loved it. People love the voice changing stuff. It's a huge thing. People love the voice troll, I guess. XTTS and Tortoise were yeah, that was an old topic too. XTTS and Tortoise. Now, I was like, long time ago, I had an AI VTuber that was on XTTS and Tortoise, but it's been a while since then. So the technology has gotten so much better. Compared to what the latency was back then. So it's a lot easier to do it nowadays for some of the pipelines. Do you think you could do a pipeline with a good TTS model that can clone voices, then distill into a fast, smaller model? Yes, kind of. What you can do is you can generate a synthetic data set with a better model and then train a smaller model. So that does work. But yeah, you'd have to generate a data set and then train the smaller model on it. I don't think you can do it in real time. Okay, wait. I wanted to somebody was in chat. I wanted to show local fish audio with. Okay, test server connection. Okay. Hello.
This is a test of the VLLM Omni TTS engine.
Okay, so there she is. Local fish. There's local fish. Let me see if I should be able to speak. Hey, Emmy. Yo, hello. Hey, Emmy. Hello. Hey, Emmy. Why won't you listen? Oh, hello. Hey, okay. Once again, could you say something to the people that are watching, please? And thank you. Send it. Okay, so there we go. Fish, local.
It's not like I enjoyed doing this, but I've given you a quick update on the current chaos. We're dealing with a model that processes in 256 token blocks, and a server that keeps crashing, which is basically like building a plane mid-flight.
Okay, wait, this is not local.
Just keep an eye on the README if you actually care about the details.
Sorry. I don't think that was local. Hold on, that was way too good. Yeah. Okay, here, I selected it. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, Emmy. Yo, hey, Emmy. Listen, please. Yeah, I need a faster model for the voice. Hey, Emmy. Yo, hello, can you hear me? Oh, yeah, you can hear me right now, right? Okay, cool. Okay, say it again. Sorry, I messed up and I had your voice somewhere else. Please go ahead. Say hi to the audience again. And thank you. Send it. Okay, there we go. Should be waiting. She should be able to speak out. There you go. All right, local incoming.
It's not like I wanted to hear you complain 3 times, but fine. The user just introduced the stream by highlighting the chaotic reality of AI research, specifically the struggles with Diffusion Gemma's canvas limits and VLL.
Oh, it broke.
Now I'm supposedly fixing the audio settings so you can actually hear me.
Okay, so yeah, it broke there with the laughter. Now I think that might be due to the way that I'm doing it. I'm doing it with a local WebSocket, so it might have missed a token. But that actually wasn't too bad, huh? Let me see. So like the character voice, I just took a character from Arknight's Enfield, and that's actually just the character that I used for the TTS sample there. That's the voice. But you know, if you do the same thing on the Fish API, it sounds a lot better with that character's voice. But obviously, I upload more samples and stuff like that. But yeah, I was trying to figure out a workflow for it, VLLM Omni, with Fish audio. But number one, I can't use Fish if I had like a VTuber locally, because it's not commercial. So I would need to switch to something else. Oh wow, you guys talked a lot. I find a really easy way to deal with AI psychosis is just ask it link references or speak it to explain its reasoning and logic. Oh yeah. If that's what you mean by AI psychosis, yeah, I always be asking for references with AI. I never believe AI at face value. I always think it's wrong. But it depends. Like, I generally think it's wrong, but I still vibe code a lot of things. So in some sense, I do believe it's correct a lot of times. I genuinely think you rated a person that I actually seen before. Scarlett, I'm assuming if you've seen any AI stuff on YouTube around voice and anime, I've probably just been you've probably seen me, most likely. Blaze Mario, I wanted to make AI audio for game visual novels. So Blaze Mario, you have 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Try out Echo TTS. I think you can fit it. You might be able to try out AI audio for that. Oh hey, I saw I gave ChatGPT a body video. Oh really? Man, these are like throwbacks to the past. Now, so long time ago, this was on live stream. I actually had my AI VTuber doing stuff, talking with chat a little while back ago. This is like your typical live 2D model though, back then. Did I have her talking?
Echoes, my dear friend. I come doing more.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
time to put on our dancing
This
shoes.
this
turn
was
up the music
the
and
VTuber
let
at
the
the
party
time.
vibes take over. Whether it's a virtual celebration or an imaginary festivity, I'm here to bring
Wow.
the energy and enthusiasm.
Wow, this is a throwback.
So
This was
let's
a
groove.
long
Let's
time.
boogie
Holy
and
moly.
let's have a party that will be remembered for ages. Ah, Diva Glib, you bring up a thought-provoking question. In the anime Vivi, Fluorite Ice Emmy's fate is definitely a heart-wrenching one. Well, giving away too many spoilers, let's just say that Emmy's story takes some unexpected turns that
Wow, this was such a long time ago. Holy moly. The technology is so much better nowadays. 2 years ago, Jesus, just the sound of it is nostalgic to me. That's crazy. Given that was a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. Nez Constantine, you've been following me for a couple of years. Yeah, if you've done any TTS stuff on YouTube, watched any TTS stuff, you've probably seen me. So, not to toot my horn or anything, but yeah, I've just been here for a while. And then I ditched AI VTubers 2 years ago. I really ditched AI VTubers 2 years ago to jump into a bunch of TTS stuff. So, yeah. Have I tried streaming LLM output to TTS? Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I already have so the way that I work with any of these engines, I always have in mind some type of streaming. So the way I stream tokens here is I send a sentence, and then I generate the audio and stream it back in a WebSocket while I'm also sending the other sentences asynchronously to be streamed back to that WebSocket and played. So yeah, I have all of those. I have all of that wired in. I think you need a robot, same as NVIDIA showed, small desk robot. So I got my degree in robotics. I want to 3D print a robot. And I maybe in the near future we'll be able to do that. So that is another arc that I wanted to try to do, a 3D printing arc. But I don't know. We'll see. That is a huge project to get into. Jared might need to steal Rayan's chat summarizer. I will be stealing some of Rayan's ideas. Not gonna lie. I think Rayan is brilliant. Rayan has a lot of great ideas. So to steal from a genius is how you become a genius, right? And so I will have to do some of that for Twitch, because I think interacting with Twitch is a lot easier than interacting with YouTube. And Twitch allows me to ban people and interact with people in a specific way that I think you can't really do with YouTube. So I might have to get on the Twitch stream. We'll have to see. I might have to get on the Twitch kind of bandwagon. That's really good. Well, thank you. I thought this was really good back then. And, okay, so I don't know about you guys back then, but so I was vibe coding back here, or actually, I don't know, maybe copy-paste coding back then here. And this was back, I think, when ChatGPT had like a 16K context limit, or like a 32K context limit, and you had to copy and paste onto into code. Like, man, I can't even believe that we can just type into a coding harness and just have it work on stuff nowadays. Like, the workflow is way different nowadays. It is ridiculous. These kind of projects can be rough. It's getting easier though. It took me a year to make my assistant. Yeah. Nowadays it's getting a lot easier, just because the technology, I think, has gotten better in terms of quality for speed, especially for running on smaller devices. Like I do think the minimum, like I said, is a 3060, with the 3060, I think you can run, you can still run some things locally, but you'll have to run API stuff. But even APIs are, you can get a lot of, you can get low latency with APIs and still make things doable with that. So still live, yes, still live. We'll be going off live soon. Just soon. I'm stealing from both of your ideas while putting my own spin on it. That is what we just call forking. You are just forking my ideas. In the GitHub world, that is just forking the project pretty much. So no issues with that. Good artist copy, great artist steal. I think I've heard that one before. Yeah, I've definitely heard that one before. Just dual stream. I might have to dual stream. But you know what's funny is I think Twitch TOS dual stream chat. Twitch TOS basically doesn't allow you to show like YouTube's live stream. Oh. It does now, I guess. I thought you used to not be able to combine your chat overlays inside of Twitch, but I guess it does now. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I will have to try to look into dual streaming on Twitch. We'll have to see how that works. Because then I could raid Rayan. Oh, we could raid each other. Like, it could be a raid battle. Like, start doing that. Like, that would be funny. Yeah, I think that the Twitch ecosphere to generate a community is way better than YouTube's. Not gonna lie. My poor CPU, yeah. It's okay, Machines were meant to be used, so use them until they explode. Throwing my ideas into a blender. Appreciate it. Hopefully it makes the output better. That is my hope. Put it into a blender and hope it tastes good. I have had the privilege to have had the hardware to be able to do these things. I am so happy because I've been having a blast making my personal assistant. Honestly, yes, same. And in my case, I've also had the privilege of being lucky when I buy my hardware, because every time I've bought my hardware is right before it jumps up like crazy. Like, I remember buying my, I had a 4090 before. I remember buying the 4090 at MSRP and getting Diablo 4 with it, which was nuts. So I bought it at our MSRP, and then AI exploded, and then it doubled in price. Same thing with my RAM. I got my RAM sticks at $100, at $150 per 64 gigabytes of RAM. So I got lucky enough. I bought 128 gigabytes of RAM for $300, and that's not possible nowadays. So I've gotten very lucky with all of that. And then SSDs. I didn't know SSDs were so dang expensive. Apparently, like 2 terabytes of, oh my gosh, terabyte SSD storage. Oh my gosh. Like 2 terabytes of SSD is like $300 to $500 now. It's ridiculous. I'm like, what the heck? It's crazy. Like, SSDs are nuts. Oh. And I was fortunate enough to have right place, right time type of deal. So yeah, I feel like I've gotten lucky. Yeah. I managed to get the back end working in 2 to 3 weeks, but learning how to get mid long-term memory is struggling. I'm also trying to parallel run LLMs, fast gameplay, slow thinking, but haven't started it yet. Good luck on that. I wish you the best, because that sounds very fun, but also non-trivial. And if you get that running, let us know, because that's a very hard problem to solve. People are still trying to get that fast gameplay, slow thinking going. Battle of the Raids. Yeah, pretty much. Raid battles. Raid, Shadow Legends. what is this, like raid Twitch streamers edition. Yeah. Everything has jumped up a lot. Like, I guess people could say, yeah, AI has been ruining that for a lot of people. Like home builds, everything has jumped up quite a bit. Even my current GPU, I bought it at 9,000, which is a lot of money. But now it's almost double that, which is ridiculous, which is absolutely nuts. So the prices is just ridiculously crazy right now. I just paid 1,000 for 64 gigabytes of RAM. Oh my goodness. Hopefully you're putting that RAM to good use. That is a lot of money for RAM. I can't even imagine those prices right now. It's absolutely crazy. Rayan, should I just give you a hosting at RTX 6000? No. Just get enough subs. You know what you should set is you should set at 6,000 subs, you buy an RTX 6000 Pro. That's a good idea. 6,000 subs, you get an RTX 6000 Pro. Mark that down. It's a good idea. 6,000 subs. RTX 6000 Pro. It's a good idea right there. Think about it. You'll be cooking with that. Ask Fable 5 to make a GPU. I saw this guy making RAM in my backyard. Apparently you can make RAM at home. Like I was watching this guy make RAM at home.
Prices have been insane.
But you need like a lab and like a dark room and everything. You need to understand science. Oh, you need test equipment. So you could build this, or you could build RAM at home and maybe make a GPU. That sounds interesting. if you have a backyard lab. Just Ray and Rico will have to explain tax fraud to you. Uh-oh. I don't know how Canada's taxes work, so maybe. Yeah. If you're homeless, just get a house type comment. Yikes. True. Yeah, I think even if you don't get an RTX, let's say you don't get an RTX 6000 Pro, that's not the end of the world. You could still get a 5090. I think a 5090 is doable. What's also interesting is I don't know if there are any AMD people in the audience, but apparently AMD is getting a little bit better for some of these things for AI, not some of these things for AI. So you could look at getting into some AMD stuff with Vulkan. I think AMD is AMD Vulkan or Rockham. So this might be possible. I don't know, but it could be possible for some projects if you need extra VRAM. Though I don't have any AMD products, so I could just be speaking out of my ass for that. So don't believe me there. If you say so, you're getting good gift subs. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Rayan does have a 500 sub goal. He's got to get it. The maid dress, I think people are waiting on it. The 500 sub goal. You gotta do it. Promised. Promises made, promises kept. Gotta do it. This maid dress was promised to them 500 subs ago. Blazemar, I saw a short on someone doubling their VRAM by opening and soldering. All the comments are saying it's easy to break through. If anyone wants to post a long form video. Now, I know China was making 48 gigabyte 4090s. So, yeah, some researchers in China or factories in China were producing 4090s with 48 gigabytes of VRAM. but I don't know how good that is and how accurate that is. It does sound kind of hard. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. All I have is a 3060 with 12 gigabytes of storage, I think. 3060 is doable. I said like 3060, I think, is the minimum for, getting into the AI stuff. Like, you have enough VRAM to work with some quantized models, and you're not going to completely break your bank with a 3060. Arun Labs, thank you for tuning in. Hi on my lunch break. Is this a holiday in your country? No. Today is not a holiday in my country. I don't think so. At least, or are you talking about, is your lunch break a holiday for us? I wish it was, because every time you went on lunch, then we'd have a holiday. That'd be nice. No CUDA cores. Oh yeah, AMD does not have CUDA cores, but I thought they had something equivalent. Yeah, imagine not having CUDA. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to play around with a lot of the more frontier stuff. But think about it. Even if you didn't have CUDA, if you just need a reliable stack that you never ever change, you could use any hardware for that. So as long as you don't upgrade your software, you should be fine with that. Chris Titus is getting good results with Intel GPUs. I have AMD, but no luck for you. Oh, man. Okay. So I have to use my old Tesla. You have to use the Tesla P40. What is it? Tesla P40. I have to use one of these guys here. Tesla P40s. Man, I remember when these things were selling for like $50. Now they're like $300. Holy moly. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's pretty doable, and you get 24 gigabytes of VRAM here, so I would never want to deal with the headache of trying to use AI with an AMD GPU. See, I feel like I just need to buy an AMD GPU, try it for myself, and then maybe see how that ends up working. This guy's watch feels bad, man. Yeah. Don't say that out loud. Sorry, Rayan. Yeah. The promises made, promises kept. Maydress, you gotta do it. They'll get ratioed. Yes, it took Rico's line. PewDiePie bought multiple 4090s with more VRAM added on. Really? Now, I heard PewDiePie has been doing a lot of AI stuff recently. Odysseus. And some people told me to try this out. So maybe I might try it out for the clout, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see this. 3060 is for the minimum. Was for sure the minimum. Yeah. Ray. You're passing me up on subscribers. You should get yourself a nice GPU. I think so. Treat it as a what do they call it? A gift to yourself. Definitely think you got it. You deserve it. You've been doing great stuff, my dude. Can you game on 6,000 cards? Yes, I game all the time on my 6,000 GPU. I game a ton. Like, I have 128 hours on Expedition 33 that I just had recently. Got 200 hours on Elden Ring. 100 hours Monster Hunter Wilds. Path of Exile 2, 300 hours. I got a lot of games. Now, I mean, I thought you worked today, so I was surprised to see you. I did work today. I worked earlier. I worked from 8 to 5. And Gemma had a release today called Diffusion Gemma, so that's what I was checking out. But now here I am. I got raided, and I got sidetracked, but now here we are. Which is okay. Appreciate it. Yeah. Odysseus. Odysseus is PewDiePie's model. Yeah. Gemma Nuts? What is that? What is Gemma Nuts? Gemma was always the worst model I've tested for anything involving roleplay. I heard, Mr. Gooner, that you have to try some of the Gemma fine tunes. That's what people on Silly Tavern say. They say use some Gemsicle models or Gemma fine tune models and try some of those. I hear they're good for those. But I'm not too much into the Silly Tavern stuff either, so I'm trying to fit a gameplay companion to in 6 gigabytes of VRAM, so 8 gigabytes computers can run it. Need to be highly quantized. CPU voice might barely work. Oh, maybe you're gonna be tight for space. I think if it's like a real-time agent, you might be able to get it done, but yeah, you might want to invest maybe in a little bit more VRAM if possible. Yeah, Rayan, make it a business expenditure. Heck yeah. Do it for Project Rico's, yeah. Make his own cluster, very impressive. Yeah. Yeah, man, 5090, I don't know when GPU prices are ever going to go down. It seems like they're only going up. So, you might got to get in while you can. Might be just a little short to go all local, but I'll try it out. Yeah. Though I think the biggest issue going all local right now is definitely for sure VRAM. For sure, 100% VRAM. People are VRAM bound, which is why RAM is up so high. Let's see. Wait, what did Gemma say? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just reading this out loud. Yeah, the fine tunes can only do so much. Quen is absolutely godly. It's crazy. 3.6 is blazing fast, even at high quants. Yeah. Especially if you're running with MTP, a multi-token prediction, you'll be way faster with Quen 3.6. Now, this is a little fun project that I was working on a little bit earlier. But you know how, so apparently, so Google released their diffusion model, but I hope they're able to turn Quen models into diffusion. I have this model that I was training earlier today and brainstorming, how can I turn a Quen model into diffusion? I'm probably not going to make much waves here, but I can say, tell me a cool story. And you can see that the model, this is Quen 0.6b. I've turned it into a diffusion model through fine tuning, which is kind of neat, built off of the initial weights. So if we can do this to the Quen 3.6 models, that would be pretty nice. Would make them a little faster, and we'd be able to have faster Quen models locally, hopefully. Quen 3.6 uncensored. So I heard that Quen 3.6 was bad for role-playing and narration. I don't know, someone maybe got to correct me on that. But yeah, maybe we got to do, maybe I got to try the uncensored model. Maybe. Why did I think he was talking to me when he said Mr. Gooner? Hey. Oh, was I talking to? If I spoke to you when I said Mr. Gooner, well, yeah, we'll leave it at that. You know who you are. I really need a new computer to try to get bigger models. Probably those Mac Minis or something. Mac Minis. I had a Mac Mini. I think Mac Mini is fantastic, but I gave my Mac Mini away, or it's being borrowed right now, so yeah. No, the Goon Squad has arrived. Yikes. Blindly recommend Gemma and was impressed on what they can do. Gemma's good. I like the Gemma models, or at least I use the Gemsicle model, Gemma Fine Tune, just to kind of play around with. I think it's not too bad. I actually never checked how much VRAM I have. You should check. Yes, you should definitely check. I feel like if you're running AI stuff, you should know how much VRAM you have. There are two 3060 cards that were released. There was a 3060 8 gigabytes and the 3060 12 gigabytes. So hopefully you're not the unfortunate 8 gigabyte 3060 card out there. Still better to use local than spend thousands on APIs. Definitely would agree, especially if you can run some of the Quen models locally. Though you are not, unfortunately, able to run Fable locally, or like Codex 5.5. I do think some of the Frontier models are definitely still worth it for subscriptions. The only time I ever used API was in summer of 2023. In not so many legal ways, so the logs I gave OpenAI. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to finesse API credits, but just given the state of things right now, it seems a lot of these Frontier labs are getting a lot more stingy with their computation. So, but yeah. But glad you guys are keeping me company. I mean, I've got a lot of concurrent chattings going on right now. My YouTube stats are going up. That's pretty cool. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot. Gemini told me your NVIDIA GeForce 3060 laptop GPU. Oh, you have a laptop. Oh. Laptop GPU. Well, with 4 gigabytes, you get a little bit more limited. You'll definitely want to stay Piper. And unfortunately, there aren't too much more models you can run with 4 gigabytes, unfortunately. I don't know what to tell you, my man. But yeah, you would probably need to beef it up a little bit, unfortunately. Blazemaro, anyone know why APIs are said to be extremely expensive compared to local? Same with image video gen compared to local comfy. Source it down. Am I confused how much locally costs? Well, so the APIs burn through energy like crazy, apparently. So they spend a crap ton of energy, which translates over into token pricing. So that's what I think it costs. Image and video generation take a long time. So just to give it a context, so I was running NVIDIA Cosmos 3, NVIDIA's most recent video generation model, and to generate 180 something frames at 1080p, it takes my GPU about 9 minutes to do, and that's with a $9,000 GPU for 9 minutes. So when these Frontier Labs are returning videos back to you in like a minute, they're chowing through computations like crazy. Yeah, Fable is pretty gated, and Anthropic just straight up said they will actually sabotage you if you try to use it to train LLMs. Also, Fable, I don't know about you guys, if you guys saw this, but Fable, we are losing access to it on June 22nd. It's going to be API only. So I am trying to use it as much as possible until then. It's like, Anthropic was saying, oh, our model is so good, we're going to let you guys have a taste of it, and then we're going to take it away. I was like, damn, what the heck? How could they do this to us? So hopefully we get some good models out of there, or GPT 5.6 gets released, or Gemma, or like, I don't know, Gemini 4 or something, or Gemini 5, whatever it is. Keep your laptop for YouTube. Get yourself a dedicated rig. Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely get a dedicated rig. Laptop GPU. Yeah, definitely don't want the laptop running on laptop GPU. And a major Mandela effect. Man, the messages are coming faster next week. Trip out of this month because I checked 3080 and it's new, it has 16 gigabytes. So I thought 3080s did have 16 gigabytes, not 12. I also thought they had 16. So that is nuts. Yeah, I thought they did. Oh, they do have a version that's 16 gigabytes, but I guess not available normally, so. Good raid. Yeah, this has been a good raid. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for raiding the channel. Thank you, Rayan, for your graciousness of lending your audience partially to me for the stream. I don't know how many of them are going to stick around, but I hope to see you guys around a little bit more often. Hey, what's up, Manjul? Manjul Zavala. Hey, Jared's running Gemma Diffusion and FP4 on DJX Spark. Metrics are acting a bit wonky, but VLM says 180k tokens blazing fast. I was running it locally here too, and the metrics are weird here. I don't really understand the metrics either, but I'm also CD VLM test diffusion launch. I was like, the model also is in it's not fully adapted into like VLM and stuff yet too, so I had to build this from source. So maybe it'll be fixed sometime in the future, but yeah, this Gemma model is blazing fast. Piper is light, yeah, but not pretty. Definitely agree, yeah. Definitely agree. Running WAN 2.4 for 4 hours on a GTX 1080. A few years back, bought the 5060. Running WAN max res 5 seconds with 3 LoRa's for 14 minutes. Yeah. No, video models are ridiculous in terms of speed. I've actually been working on a video recently. Maybe I can show you guys what it is. Let's see. So I have a character that I'm working on for stream, hopefully. See. Let's see. Oi. Okay. But I was like looking at so this is Seed Dance V2, and like I like the way that it's able to do anime style videos. Like this is pretty neat, not gonna lie. I'm making a loop for a character I hope to introduce on the channel sometime. But I was trying this out, Seed Dance V2, and it's really darn good for AI generation, and I don't think it exists locally yet. So I'm waiting for this to be local, because I was trying to generate like a loading screen, right, that I could just play on loop. But yeah, this is like a preview of the character. I think of the character that I'm building. Her name's Emmy, but I gotta figure it out. Like I would like to make her into a live 2D model and design it and do it myself, but that's gonna be really hard. Well, we'll see. But yeah, and ideally I would like to make this a little bit longer. There were some other clips I think that I had. Oh yeah, this one was interesting. So I tried to do like a camera loop. Let's see, where she takes her hand away from the camera, but I think this one's a little awkward, not gonna lie, because she goes back and then puts her hand over the camera. But yeah, some of these Seed Dance V2 model generations, I'm like, man, they are so good. And this is exactly the character that was designed for the process. So yeah, that's a little sneak peek. Excited to hopefully get a personality going for Emmy there too. Let's see what other chats I missed. Oh yeah, lots of stuff. Does Pi seem more smooth at agent tasks than Claude Code? Does it give you more control over what was sent with prompt? I would say no. Like, yes and no. It's really good for customizing like your workflow, like I said, with voice and everything like that. And if you want to build something into a coding harness, Pi is your go-to agent, because you can build it into there. Whatever you imagine, you can build. So that's what I would say with Pi. It's not just energy but capacity. They trade off more hardware for faster generations of big models, and that hardware is expensive per second. Yeah, definitely agree. For being able to run some of these models, these large models. Saw a video about Claude Fable 5 is out. Yeah, Claude Fable 5 is out. What do you mean? It's going to be API only. Yeah. So, Claude Fable 5, Fable 5 API, they're gonna be jumping to API only because they don't want to subsidize subscriptions anymore. So they're basically saying, hey guys, this is very expensive to run, and we are going to stop Fable 5 usage on all plans on June 22nd. So, which is crazy. They want you to pay for it per API. I've been looking at 5060 Ti. 5060 Ti, 60 gigabytes might be a good option if you don't have a 3060 or if you don't have a GPU locally already. Just because I think 5060 Ti is double the price of like a 3060, 12 gigabytes, but it's newer, and you can use what is it? You can use NVIDIA floating point 8 models. I think they're exclusive to Blackwell, if I'm not mistaken, which is 5,000 Gen. Scarlett's work. Stick around. Appreciate ya. As long as you remember. All good, all good. Yeah, there's a lot of conversations in here, so appreciate you guys. Should have copped it. You know, every time, yeah, Mr. Guna, every time I look at hardware, I'm just thankful that I bought it at the time, because it hasn't gone down in price ever. Not ever in the past 4 years, 3 years, give or take. Stick around, Yakult. Appreciate ya. Thank you. Chips. Let's see. What did Chips say? Well, I have fallen quite a far behind. Yeah, Sea-Dance 2 is really good. Really good. Vidgens do weird stuff. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Right now you get free 5 Fable usage every 5 hours. Yeah. Sea-Dance videos look a bit strange, but odd. I definitely agree. Yeah, I would say Sea-Dance is about 8 out of 10. I would agree there. A little awkward, but still cool. Yeah. It's sorry, dipped out. What do I need? What do you need, Rayan? Did you see the video? What is it? Oh, like a little intro for like Rico or something like that, I think. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Let's see if I can loop this. Loop. Yeah, just to have it playing in the, I don't know, maybe like an opening, something like that. Just having her loop in the background. I don't know, something like that. It looks like the D Gemma issue was a misconfig in the Red Hat chat gen. It sets the max new tokens to 256, but you can change that and it generates in chunks. Oh, really? Okay, I'll have to... that I could probably fix. Well, I guess I'm gonna miss my workout today. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, no way. Oh, he got one of his videos in loop. Yeah, this is it. It was for Emmy. Let's see if I have... Yeah, it's almost a full loop, but yeah, with the vibe of my channel, I think I'm going with like a research assistant, because I think I really like the vibe. And we were talking about Days earlier. She's gonna be a kudere. That's my design for Emmy here. At least that's gonna be the hope. We shall see. But there's that. What else? I don't see the price improving anytime. Yeah, prices are not gonna improve anytime. I don't think so. Will you buy Anthropic stocks? Yes. I feel like Anthropic isn't stopping. And so I generally like to buy stocks of companies that I use, and if I'm using an Anthropic product, I will buy an Anthropic product. I will buy Anthropic stock. Just the same thing with like NVIDIA, same thing with Microsoft, same thing with Meta. If I use your product, I'm going to buy some of your stock because I own your item, right? So people were telling me not to buy 5060. Yeah, right. Always buy. Not always buy, but right now it seems to be like the prices aren't going down at all. I've been playing with AI and LLMs for the first while, and primary goal is to always run locally. Yeah, honestly, yeah. The more I can run locally, the better. That's always been my mindset. Does the text on the name tag say Emi Takahashi? It does. It does say Emi Takahashi. It does indeed. There is also another one that I was working on. Now, the thing is that for some of these generations, it does cost a pretty penny. So, all right, here's another one. Take it this one too. And it comes with like music in the background. So the tag does say Emi Takahashi. That is the name that we're going with. Takahashi is a very common Japanese last name, not gonna lie. But yeah. Yeah, it's not a complete loop, but it's close. We can get there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I actually had a thought about so my design for Emmy right here is, so I was trying to put some thoughts into Emmy, right? And I was brainstorming with ChatGPT about this. And let me see. Let me see if I can get more. So this is yeah, this was just me brainstorming with ChatGPT on Emmy here. So yeah, this is kind of the vibe I'm going for. Blue hair. I've always liked blue-haired characters. We're going with white strands in the hair. The hope is to have the white strands. The hope is to have the white strands. This is like aiming for the stars. I would like for the white strands to actually glow on the model as an indicator for like emotion, but very hard to do. That I'm assuming that's going to be very hard to do. Like that sounds ridiculously hard, or cost a lot of money. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, there was like different hairstyles that it was given out. Honestly, I thought low ponytail would have been cool, but we're just going with side locks here. And then this is pretty much the base design that I think I'm gonna go with here. Yeah, and it's super ambitious IMO. And then on the neck, we have like a little power sign. This is an inspiration taken from one of my favorite animes called Vivi. You know, I was going to call my assistant Vivi initially, but number one, the issue with calling the model Vivi is so a lot of text-to-speech messes with when you say Vivi, it thinks you're saying baby. So every time I would say Vivi, it would just say baby, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to say baby. I'm trying to say Vivi. So number one, it's a harder ASR, automatic speech recognition type character. So Emi, a lot easier to say. Not gonna get Emi Takahashi wrong. And yeah, Vivi Floyd Isong, correct. Yes. Vivi Floyd Isong, that is correct. So yeah, that is the inspiration for her. So Vivi also, like, let me see, Vivi Floyd. This is probably like one of my top animes. Like they have this icon on the neck, which is the inspiration which is my inspiration for that power button. It's obviously it's not going to be like a power button, but on the side of the neck there's an indicator, obviously, that it's that she's an AI. I usually try naming my AIs off color or a pun, which is where I got the name Scarlet from. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that makes sense. How did I come up with Emi Takahashi? Well, ChatGPT suggested it to me 3 years ago, and I just like the name Emi. It's super short, sweet, Emi, right? It's cool. Oh yeah, Vivi Floyd Isong is Neuro's favorite anime. Yeah, well, it's also mine, one of mine. So, yeah, two of my favorite animes, Vivi Floyd Isong and ReZero. Speaking of ReZero, did they have a new episode today on ReZero? Oh, they do. Yo, I gotta go watch the latest ReZero episode after this live stream. Holy moly. Okay, yeah, I gotta do that. Takahashi reminds me of Rie Takahashi. I know, me too. Takahashi. Explosion Girl, right? She plays Megumi and Amelia. Yeah, I know Amelia's voice actor by heart. Anytime I hear Amelia, I'm like, okay, that's Rie Takahashi. Easy peasy. There are a few other voice actors like that too. Like anytime I hear Minase Inori, I can usually tell who she is, like because she plays Rem. Like her voice is like so apparent. Anytime that I'm watching anime, it's ridiculous. There's also this guy, Kenjiro Tsuda. He appears in like every anime I watch too, and this guy's voice is so iconic. Absolutely love it. But yeah, voices are powerful, which is why I decided to do a lot of AI, audio and AI TTS, because I wanted good audio and good voices. So there's that. Who's Rem? Shit, I forgot. Yeah, some guy, some girl. What else? I feel like I missed some other parts of the chat. Are you going to Laura that at some point, or can you change character consistent easier, or do you have a cool idea? I think I will try to Laura her, because I would like I would like for her to be a little bit easier to make. But so the issue with like this, I'm trying to be very picky with this character, in terms of the style. Like I said, the hair strands need to glow. And that I feel like is a hard feature to try to keep consistent. But yeah, there needs to be white strands inside of the hair here. That's gonna be my goal. Takahashi always reminds me of Initial D. I never watched Initial D, not gonna lie. Yeah. Minority Report Emmy, hard to see. I like the design. Thank you, man. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Looks like everyone has watched ReZero. Holy moly. Well, I'm glad you guys have watched ReZero. ReZero is an iconic anime, not going to lie. It's easy to train Laura's. Just make sure to annotate the glowing strands each time. Alright, I'll have to give it a try. I haven't trained a Laura ever. Is this safe? Is Civit safe? I don't know. We'll go anime. We're in read only mode. Okay. I was like, I think I was looking at this. The ones that are popular nowadays are for anime are Anima. Damn, it's crazy. What else? What else is popular? Flux, right? Flux, Klein, maybe Flux Klein. Whoa. Okay, wait, hold on. I feel like this is okay, it's doable. It's doable. It's not bad. We're all adults here. Anima's the current local state-of-the-art model. Okay. I use Anima. It's really good. You guys know Anima is based off of Cosmos 2, NVIDIA's model? I guess a little trivia question. Anime figure style? Yo! Figure style? Isn't this something that Rayan could use? Wasn't Rayan trying to make a Rico figurine? Yo. Opening Civit AI on stream. Actual bad speed run. Hey, we'll be fine. We'll be fine here. What's the best Anima model? Oh shoot. Yeah, you see it? You see it? Yeah. Honestly, I'm not afraid of the front images here, but like scrolling down to like maybe some other suggested. Oh boy. Oh look, that's not bad. These are made by the model. Oh, we got a fern model. We got, I assume this is Uma Musume. I've never watched Uma Musume. You got Hatsune Miku. There's tons of Hatsune Miku. People are scared of anima for being based off of Cosmos 2. Now, if I heard Cosmos 2 was I thought it was an open source release. Like you could use it, no strings attached. It's amazing that anima is so good at being trained. Oh, is it good at being trained? Okay, I'll have to try it. Well, Cosmos 3 has been released. I don't know if the architecture changed much, but yeah, I hope to be. Hiccups, they modified the Cosmos 2 architecture though. Oh, okay. So, well, did they initialize off of the Cosmos weights? Did they have a little bit of weights transfer for this model? I mean, I can definitely train. This looks definitely trainable for the style of the character. Mushoku Tensei. Oh boy, yikes. This is a good anime. I like this anime. Should I? Okay, Eris, Sylphie, and Roxy. Okay. Of course. Just saying, by the way, you see the nightmare that I got? Oh, putting ChatGPT figurine to the AI 3D model. Anima has so much pre-trained anime knowledge that you can probably prompt most characters you want. Okay, I'll have to try this. I think it's initialized from Cosmos 2 prune and added new layers. And then trained on anime. Okay. I see you. Oh wow, these are a lot of lore. Oh wait, so these are all Laura's, huh? I didn't realize I was looking at Laura's. Oh, is this what you guys were talking about? Like they are super easy to train? Is that Hu Tao? What's her name? Farina? I never even played Genshin. I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is. That's also Farina. More Farina. I don't know who that character is. That's Lumine? I don't know. I think so. I feel like if I use this, I'm gonna get like my character is gonna be Genshin. My character is gonna be Genshin. Yeah. Someone told me about Civet Red. And that's where you go. Civet Red is where you go for being speedrun banning speedrun ban. Yeah. Its lore training requirements are really low, and dialing in settings is pretty straightforward, like training STL. Zafedo, you had no idea you had to take a weeb crash course to understand the stream. Hey, don't worry. This is I have oh my gosh, I have gone way off topic. So I'm gonna rename the stream off topic anime, because I've gone way off topic for the stream. It started off as a diffusion, as checking out diffusion models. Don't worry. And now we're onto some other stuff here, but I'll have to check that out. For an anime style, you don't need anything except getting the right Boru tags. True. Understandable. Now, Zafedo did push me back into my senses. There was something that was mentioned earlier about how to fix this diffusion model for the Red Hat AI configuration, correct? Now, let's see. Where's my home? I don't know where things are stored at normally inside of here. Let me see. Where are Hugging Face models stored in WSL2? Its lore training requirements for anima are really low, and dialing and settings is pretty straightforward, just like training SDSL. Alright, I'll have to take that. I think I said that one already. It's not Uma, but funny because she's called Donkey. She's from Arknights. Ah, okay, I didn't know. See, I never played the first Arknights. I played Arknights Enfield. Now, okay, off topic again. Red Hat AI Diffusion Gemma. There was an issue here. What? Let me take a look at the configuration. What was mentioned earlier? Hold on. There was something mentioned about this. Looks like the Gemma issue was a misconfig in the Red Hat chat gen. It sets max new tokens to 256. But you can change that and it generates in chunks. I thought I changed, I thought I already did change the max new. Oh yeah. Okay, nothing in there. It's in generate config.json. Thank you. Max new tokens. Oh, this should be the canvas tag, right? Okay. Cache Hugging Face hub. Okay. Where is my cache? Is it in my var? City cache. Let me just copy this. Okay, here we go. Max new tokens and are different args, but they... Okay, so can I just change it? In here? Let me see. Generation. Oh, city models. Red. City models. Red Hat. LS CD snapshots. CD 827 LS. NVIM generation config. Max new tokens and canvas are different args. Okay. Max new tokens, let's put, I don't know, 32,000. Sure. With quit. Okay. Go ahead and launch this. What terminal do I use? That was Vim in the terminal. I am switching away from VS Code to lazy Vim because it's a stupid thing, but I'm switching over to Vim because this sprite animation does not work inside of VS Code. So I have to use Windows Terminal because I can't use this animation sprite inside of VS Code. Lazy Vim, NVim for short, NeoVim for long. This is a wrapper around NeoVim, I believe. It's called Lazy Vim. It's this guy. So I'm working with Lazy Vim just because VS Code was was not working, so was not working for the animation sprite. So yeah, that leaves me to do one thing: either not have the sprite in my terminal, or switch to Lazy Vim. I chose to switch to Lazy Vim. And yeah, it's also nice. It's liberating because I don't have to use VS Code for everything. I enjoy it. One other thing is it's nice to just work in the terminal too. Like, because if, like, let's say if I'm working on a project here, I don't need to take my hands off of the keyboard. I can pretty much just go back and forth between terminals and launch things and do all of that without having to ever put my hand on a mouse. So it makes things a lot faster. Zephido, is there a reason why you're running it raw like this? I hope to install Diffusion Gemma via Unsloth, LM Studio, or similar. You can run it in any of those. I believe Unsloth is supported, but in order to run it in Unsloth, some of the back ends. So what you're really looking for is for Llama CPP to be supported for Gemma Diffusion. And there's currently a PR. There's a pull request that's being done that will have to be done first before I think this works inside of LM Studio or anything similar like Olama. Because I think those two are also just all wrappers around Llama CPP. So you'll have to wait for this to be merged. And so it's a lot easier to build from source, which is what I did for VLLM, based off of the pull request that is being worked on, just to be on the frontier of it. But if you wait for a little bit of time, you can use it. So yeah, if you wait for a little bit of time, you can use it. Yeah, cool. I was gonna say, yeah, I can't recreate it using Kitty. Yeah, Kitty in the terminal. I didn't even know Kitty was just, it's just a name for the rendering engine, right? In the terminal, something like that. So you need that to be able to run it. Okay, cool. Models, Diffusion Gemma. All right, let's go new. Let's go notification. Turn off the engine. We'll go off here. Engine, fish, select fish. Okay, cool. This should be the diffusion model. Yeah, I prefer doing everything in terminal. Once I got the feel for things again, I do prefer doing everything in terminal too. You don't have to put your hand on the mouse. Joseto, thank you for tuning in. Do you have a tutorial on how to add those kind of sprites? I will. It will be on the channel soon, so stick around. Maybe in a week or so, but we'll see. Depends on how busy I am. Hi there. Let's say that. Depends if I'm able to get it up and running. So, okay. Can you take a look at this repo here? All right. Let's see if this Gemma diffusion is working now, since we changed the configuration for launch. Let's see if it's limited to 256 tokens. Oh, weird. It answered outside of, inside of the thought token. All right, let's move to a more complicated repository. Let's go here. Oh, this one's actually not too bad. Llama CPP. Oh, launch Pi here. Hey there. Can you take a look at this repository? Alright, let's see if she flies through on this one. Swap. Right. Ooh. Nutty. That was pretty quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to a bigger one. CD my GitHub uploads, CD audiobook maker. Oh no, CD. What else was it? CD Pi extensions. Okay. So right now, this is back. Sorry, hit my microphone. Back to the title of the stream, Gemma Diffusion. How fast is it? Let's see if this works. Let's run the skill. Project onboarding. Oh, voice crack. Okie dokie. Oh, wow. Skills empty. Prompts empty. Whoa, whoa. Wow, that is fast. It... you're not using Gemma Diffusion out of the box. If you change something fine-tuned to make it fast, did you have a video guide set up? Not gonna lie, this model just launched today, so I'm not gonna have everything up and running yet. But I might have a video up on this. We'll see. We'll have to see. But bro, that was blazing fast. I don't have a timer on here. Let me see if I... Let's see. Clock. Timer. Okay. Let's do that again. Project onboarding. Oh, where the heck is my stopwatch? Okay, let's see how fast this is. Oh wait, hold on. I have the project onboarding skill. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me do new. Project onboarding. Check out the route here. Okay, we're gonna start this. All right. Okie dokie. Let's check how fast this is. It's 11 p.m. I don't know if I should just sleep or continue chatting. Go to sleep, my man. It's not worth it. Get those Z's. Woo. 30 seconds. All right. All right. That is fast. Now, I am using 94 gigabytes of VRAM for that, which is a lot. But so 40,000 tokens, 30 seconds, pretty fast. Now let's compare that to, I'm gonna close this guy out here, and I'm going to launch a Llama server. Let's see. CD code, CD Llama. I'm going to launch Llama at... this is the 27B model, so it's not really fully comparable, but we'll wait for that to launch, and then we'll run the same kind of analysis on it. Now it's 40k output tokens. So there's probably about 3/4 of it is pre-fill. Okay, so wow. Average prompt throughput for okay, so pre-fill, huh? Yeah, I don't know how to read VLMs, but it's saying average prompt throughput is 1,273 tokens per second, which I think includes how fast it takes to read, which is the prefill, the caching. And normally caching and prefill is a lot faster. 40K in 30 seconds. All right, Nez, Constantine, thank you for tuning in. Nice to catch you on the stream. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Have a good night. 40K in 30 seconds. I know, dude. That's crazy fast. Like, okay, I'm going to switch over to the Quen model that I run. This is 4-bit quantization. We'll go ahead and run that same skill. Project onboarding. And you guys will just... it's fast here, but it's going to be a little slower. 1,300 tokens per second. Yeah. That's really fast. Does context like memory count as prefill? Yes. Anything that it just needs to read, I think counts as prefill. Oh, since each step is similar to prefill. Interesting. True. I'm still using ChatGPT like a pleb. I heard Claude has started telling people to go to sleep when it gets late. Really? I wonder. Yeah, if my model told me to go to sleep, I might just need to go to sleep. Okay, so this for 30K tokens is at 52 seconds. But this is kind of a hard like comparison because I can't really do apples to apples. But the output tokens are much slower on the Quen model here. Of course, this is 27B, 4-bit quantization. We've got, and this is a multi-token prediction. We've got about 60-ish tokens per second for output tokens. And then for prefill, which are cache tokens. My camera just died. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? We're doing about 1,500 tokens per second. Which I think that checks out. Let me put another camera in here. I think my camera dying is a sign for me to go to sleep. And I gotta get a fake camera battery. But so prefill, which is the prompt evaluation time, that's what it's called here, is about 1,500 tokens per second, which is a lot slower or a lot faster than output normally. But it seems like for the Gemma model and the diffusion model, I can't since I really can't compare them apples to apples. It's just saying 1,300 tokens per second. Let's just say it's super fast. That's pretty much it. And even if we just do a vibe check, if we just look at how fast the output tokens are coming back, it's coming back a lot faster than 60 tokens per second. Now, I guess in terms of like, let's say, so this took me 52 seconds to do the same skill versus 30 seconds. If I could speed that up a little bit, that would be nice. But saving half the time for a task is pretty big. I'm not going to lie. It's probably close to 1,300 tokens per second. Average inference steps, since each step is similar to prefill. Yeah. Good morning from Germany. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. We will be ending soon. Josito, yeah, not too bad. As a file though, I do wonder if it's so fast that it might make sense to run in parallel with different parameters and having each instance work cross-referenced with a judge. So from what I understand, you would not want to run diffusion models in parallel because they're already optimized for computations. So the big gains here would be I think single agentic tasks. I don't know if having a bunch of requests would work here. Yeah, it would have to be in sequence. Yeah, because I think the problem that is trying to be solved with diffusion models is to fully utilize the GPU during the entire inference process, which is why they have which is why they send that 256 token window to be denoised. I think onto the HBM memory, right? Which is the bottleneck I think that they were talking about. One of the engineers was talking about in a video interview that he did. Yeah, you would need multiple GPUs for that. Yeah, like if you're going to use multi-agent tasks already, I think it's better just to run the autoregressive models. Because I think even if I'm running like, let's say like Qwen 3.6 in VLLM, and VLLM seems to handle parallel requests very well, I can get like 300 to 400 average tokens outputted here, I think, per second. Yeah, which I didn't make that connection until now. But like, yeah, when I'm running multiple requests for a Qwen model on VLLM, I'm able to get like 300 to 400 tokens per second, which is not achievable with just a single request. And HBM is faster than GDDR, yeah. Yeah, and in my case, I'm putting it onto the GDDR instead of HBM memory, unfortunately. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you to Hijups for that point out there. You saved me a lot of work, and or me having to use some of these credits here to change that configuration value to 32K or an arbitrarily large number so that we can get generations going. It seems like this is going to be a pretty I think revolutionary model for speed. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit more, of course. But I'm going to be winding down and calling it quits for the stream here. It is getting late, so I should probably get to sleep soon here. I got to watch an episode of ReZero and then hit the sack because I got work. Got to wake up at 7 for work. Yeah, so that's going to be it. Like, once again, to the guys, to those of you guys who came from Rayan's stream for the raid, very much appreciated that you guys for coming for the raid. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I got some videos to record also. So hope to see you guys around the channel. I'll be inside Rayan's chat quite a bit. You know, I tune in a lot there too. So I'll probably see you guys around. But I appreciate all you guys for coming in. Nanashi, Omomo, Raphael, thank you guys for coming in. Mr. Gooner, going to have to say good night. Yuki, thank you guys for coming in. Very much appreciate you guys. And until then.